All right, I think we're live. Welcome, testing. Welcome to Sin Bin Stream. Tonight we have the Washington Commanders at the Green Bay Packers. Sorry, I got a weird message on OBS. All right, I think we're live. I had to get out and get back in. All right, just making sure. Never know with OBS. The Washington Commanders at seems to be okay. Oh, apologies if it was echoing. I forgot to mute something. There we go. If I echoed, that's my bad. Hope everybody had a great Thursdays, having a great Thursday evening around the world. Hope you're enjoying your Friday and are ready for Thursday night football. All right. As we get a shot of the New York skyline. Can't believe it's been 24 years. Just time flies. All right, just adjusting the mic. Let's test this. All right, that's working. They're doing the national anthem. 1-0 Commanders, 1-0 Packers. Packers are without two starting offensive linemen, Zach Tom at right tackle and Banks. I think it's Aaron Banks. Both left Sunday's game early. But Nate Hobbs, the cornerback, is back. Have to check for the Commanders. Let's get a poll going before I forget. Let's see. All right, game will kick off in less than 2 minutes, but let me get the poll going. You can vote on who you think will win. Game should be locally in the Wisconsin markets, Green Bay, Milwaukee, and obviously in the DC viewing area, and then on Prime everywhere else. Not part of like their season thing either. All right. All right. Coming up, taking the next couple nights off, Friday and Saturday. We'll be back with WNBA playoffs Sunday. Probably gonna do just the playoffs. Don't know if I'm doing 3 or 4 games, and probably not gonna do any football then. Packers play tonight, so we'll see. but... And then Monday, we'll do the early game for sure. Buccaneers at Texans. Can't really see doing back-to-back games that night, though. And then Tuesday, there will be game 2 of the first round series on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, if necessary, there's game 3s. And if we don't do WNBA playoffs Thursday, we'll do the next Thursday night doubleheader. But we should just be about set for kickoff here. Let's see. Well, they probably won't have the box score yet on ESPN. All right, we got a vote for the Packers. Thank you. All right. Well, I thought we were going to be ready at 7:15. It's already 7:16. Now both units of the special teams are out there. Looks like Washington's kicking first. Got to squeeze in an interview with Jordan Love first. Unless this was like during the break, maybe, I would imagine. All right, just messing with the mic. Apologies. All right. Go Pack Go. Thanks, Sinbin Admin. All right, so Washington is kicking off. Packers will receive. Gay, number 16. The kick is in the air. Taken in the end zone and returned by the Packers on the far numbers. It looks like Savion Williams out to about the 28 or 29-yard line with 14:55. Again, 2 starters missing on the O-line as Green Bay offense takes the field. 1st and 10. And hey, Gal, I know you're rooting for the Commanders, Commies. There's the 1 vote out of the 5 for them. All right. Under center from the 28, far hash mark. Packers in all white, going right to left. Handoff. Jacobs up the middle, give him a gain of 5 out to the 32-yard line. Maybe a gain of 4. Let's see what they mark it as. And let's see if we've got the play-by-play working. Oops, and I gave the ball to the wrong team. There we go. All right, refresh here. Here's live. There's the kickoff play. Yeah, Savion on the return. We'll get the box score up here. All right, 2nd and 6. Handoff to Jacobs. This time he gets a couple more. And they'll have a 3rd and 4 right off the bat. 14:02 to go. Oh, I forgot the clock. Gosh darn it. All right, we'll go this way. Fix the clock the other way. Whoops. Oh, that's fine. 13:50. 3rd and 3, 13:45. All right, 3rd and 3 from their 30-yard line. They got to get to the 33. Back to pass, looking, throws far sideline, caught inbounds and taken out of bounds by Wicks for a first down. 13.5 to go. 1st and 10, Green Bay. They pick up the first down on their first drive. Thanks for being here, Gal. Thanks for chiming in. 13-11 first quarter. Packers opening drive with the ball. Yeah, Wicks on the catch. In shotgun from their own 41. Faked a handoff. Throws to the near sideline. Caught again by Wicks for another first down. Should be in Commanders' half of the field as well, past the 50-yard line. I think they're pausing it briefly when the ball goes out of bounds. All right, good clean pocket time. Lattimore pushed Wicks out of bounds. From the Commanders' 44, that run to Jacobs gets maybe, I'm sorry, they're 46. That run gets them maybe 1 yard to the Commanders' 45 to bring up 2nd and 9. Jacobs had 1,329 yards last year and 15 touchdowns. Pro Bowl selection. 11:54 first quarter. In shotgun, Kraft in motion. Fakes the handoff. Throws over the middle. Incomplete to Dobbs. That'll bring up 3rd and 9. But we do have a flag on the field. Possibly defensive pass interference. Let's have a listen in here. Looks like Lattimore again. Yeah, he got him around the shoulder pad and didn't let him go. And grabbed his jersey. So I think it's just defensive holding, but either way, it's an automatic first down for Green Bay. So Lattimore, the guilty party. 1st and 10. They did call it holding on Lattimore. All right, 11:46 to go. Opening drive for the Packers in Commanders territory at the 40 after the 5-yard penalty. But a first down. Shotgun, or no, back. Nope, they blow it dead. I think the Packers had a false start. Not sure, or it was encroachment. Let's see what the call is here. Man, they called Josh Jacobs for a false start. All right, back them up to the Commanders' 45, where they'll have a 1st and 15. All right, still 11:46, opening quarter. Under center, fakes the handoff, back to pass, throws down the field, in the middle, overshot Wicks inside the 5. And at 11:41, it'll bring up 2nd and 15 for Green Bay. Wicks on the far side by the numbers, just ran towards the end zone, guarded by number 0. Just got his fingertips, couldn't lay out. Hello, N1 Packers fan. Thanks for joining. All right. Whoop. Wow, looked like they jumped again. They got away with it. Dobbs gets a quick out for about 5. They'll make it 6. So we got a 3rd and 9 coming up. Got to be thinking this is 2-down territory. And Matt LaFleur is not happy about something. And the Packers are being held up on the ref while the Washington's allowed to make their subs. All right, in shotgun, back to pass, looking, steps up in the pocket. We got a flag on the play. Throws down the sideline, caught, would be a touchdown. Hopefully it's illegal hands to the face. And Reed is slow to get up after the catch. Oh, boy. And it is holding on the Packers, so it didn't matter. So they're going to have 3rd and 19. I just hope Dobbs is all right. He is slow to get up. The trainers are there. Oh, my gosh. Belton. They went with the rookie Belton. I thought they were going to go with Kincaid at right tackle. Instead, they go with Belton, the rookie. Yeah, he had a wrestling move. Or he had a chokehold on the left end. So and he pretty much tackled him. I wonder if they're going to review if Reed got both feet in. That was a high tackle on that. All right, Reed is jogging off, but it's his right arm. He's trying not to move it. So he'll probably head to the medical tent, and the Packers will have a 3rd and 19. Hey, hello, Mac. Well, hello, N1 Packers fan. Hello, Mac. They're looking at Reed. I'm glad you got the garage door fixed. Yeah. Yeah, no, I wasn't arguing. Hope Reed is okay, too. All right, back at the Commanders 49 for 3rd and 19. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, just dumps it off. That's Brooks. Takes it inside the 40, inside the 35, down to about the 32, or it'll be, that's like a gain of 16 or 17 and a 4th and short. Be interesting if they send McManus out there or go for it. Yeah, the Packers are going hurry-up offense, so 4th and 3 from the 33. The ref is holding for subs. Love is furious, trying to get under center. And what's the call here? Now he backs off and changes the play. Now he rushes back up under center. Back to pass, looking. Throws down the sideline near the end zone. It's knocked away by Amos just at the last second. And the Packers turn it over on downs. Washington gets their first offensive series. 1st and 10 from their own 33. Man, just kicked a field goal. I don't know what we're doing there. You know, the refs held you up. I get it, but took a shot in the end zone when we just needed 3 yards, and that's it. Yeah, you're going to be ahead because, you know, it takes time for me to stream this out. Yeah, Amos made the play. Is that, I don't know if that's that Amos or not. Former Packer, former Bear. I have no idea. I'd have to look up their, see their defense. No, it's Trey Amos. It's not him. It's Trey Amos, N1 Packer fans. It's not, I can't think of the Packer and Bear. All right, well, Packers no points on their opening drive despite moving into Washington territory. Adrian, yeah, I couldn't think. Wrong Amos. Yeah, Adrian. Yeah, thanks. All right. Well, not what you wanted as a Packer fan, but I guess I can understand going for it on 4th and 3, but hate to see these 3-point missed opportunities. Not that McManus is going to be 100% on a 51-yard field goal, but you know, you hate to. I like your chances, especially with the new K-ball rules. So hope we're not missing those 3 points later in the game as we get a shot of newly inducted Hall of Famer Sterling Sharp. I should say still photos. He should be in the stadium. He's supposed to get his ring, I think, at halftime. And they'll unveil his name. Oh, he's going to be next to Bobby Dillon in the Ring of Honor or whatever. The facade. All right. Well, Washington ball. Jaden Daniels in shotgun. Back to his left. Back to pass. Looking. Swings it to the running back. That is Eckler for about 3. Call it a 2nd and 7 on a gain. I don't know what. Oh, okay. LaFleur was mad at Enigbare for running out on the field for what he thought was going to be a field goal attempt. All right, 2nd and 7 from their own, we'll say 36. They got to get out to the, just past the 43. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, rolls to the near sideline. Now between the hash marks and tripped up and brought down short of the line of scrimmage. Might be a 1-yard sack as Williams finished him off. Somebody else tripped him up, but 3rd and 8. So good stop there to bring up a 3rd and long here by the defense. They kept him in their lanes. Looks like Wyatt got to him, and then Gary and Williams. Finished him for the tackle. All right, in shotgun, a bunch formation near sideline between 3 receivers. Looking, pocket collapses. Eckler gets the ball out of the backfield, tackled at about the 39, where it'll be 4th down. So good defense by the Packers to force the 3 and out. I think is it 4th and 5? And see how many yards he gained there. Depends on the spot. Oh, they gave it to Wyatt for tripping him up. Okay, so Wyatt did get the 1-yard sack. All right, it's actually 4th and 4. The punting unit is on. No Melton, no Zane Anderson, so we'll see how the special teams units do. You know, more like in the coverage, especially punts. Kicked inside the 6 and tackled immediately. Why aren't you signaling for a... And then Butler was trying to rip the ball out of Golden's arms in the end zone. He may have been called for a penalty. Yep. Just a dumb play. 55-yard kick by the punter. Uh-oh, the Packers fans are booing. Maybe this is going to get picked up. All right. No foul. That's why they were booing. I don't know. I guess you're just allowed to rip the ball away after the play's blown dead. Golden, I don't know why he didn't do fair catch and just let it bounce and hit into the end zone. The Packers are going to be at like their own 5 in the exchange. A little bit of extra there by the Commanders on the unit, but they did pick up the flag, so no flag. And I got to fix the clock. I just forgot to stop it at 8:08. Sorry about that. There you go. 1st and 10 coming up for Green Bay. I didn't mean to. Okay, so Love 4 of 6, 41 yards. Jacobs 3 for 8, long of 4. Wicks 2 catches, 19 yards, 13 long. Chris Brooks 1 for 16 on that 3rd and 19. Dobbs 1 for 6. Golden 1 target. Reed had a right arm injury on a play that was on a touchdown, was called back for holding. Wyatt got a sack for the defense. Jaden Daniels 2 for 2 for 7 yards. A sack for -1. They didn't run. Eckler 2 catches, 7 yards, a long of 4. No sacks or tackle for losses for the Washington defense yet. Oh, they don't have past defenses on this box score. I just realized. All right, Tress Way is healthy. They did have a practice squad call up in case he wasn't ready to go tonight, but he is healthy and active. As foreseen by that 50, they credit him 57 yards and 1 inside the 20 on that. Not sure what Golden was doing there. Yeah, 1 return, no yards. All right. And Butler, yeah, I got that tackle. Of course. Yeah, I guess we can check in on WNBA. Liberty 36, Sky 30, 441 in the second. All right, we'll get to the others in a minute. First and 10, it's their own 4 for the Packers. Fake the handoff to Jacobs, dumps it off to Kraft. He's got a first down. Past the 14, still on his feet, pushed it all the way out to about the 19. What a play by Tucker Kraft. 7:53 to go, first quarter. Uh-oh, what's... All right, Reed's shoulder injury is bothering him. He's in the locker room. First and 10 from their own 19. Handoff to Jacobs right up the middle. Gets 3.5. No, maybe 4. Actually, 4.5, maybe 5. We'll see if they say 2nd and 5 or not. Yeah, not good. I think Reed has like a collarbone injury or something. That doesn't look good at all. Tremendous amount of pain. So safe to say he's done for the night, but that's not the concern. It's how long. So Savion Williams will get more snaps than anticipated tonight. He's in motion. Shotgun to Love. Back to pass. Looks. Throws over the middle. Caught. Wide open. Kraft inside the 40. 35, 30, 25 down to the Commanders. 19. A huge pass play to Tucker Kraft. 6:30 to go, first quarter. That it leads to a first down. Woohoo! Just no, somebody, it was busted coverage on Kraft. Some linebacker turned him loose and had no safety help. It was Wagner. Wagner was on him initially, probably thought he had safety help over the top, and nobody near Tucker Kraft. All right. 4 seconds on the play clock. At the 20, actually. Handoff to Jacobs goes nowhere. That'll probably be 2nd and 10 coming up. All right. They did mark it at the Commanders' 20, not the 19. Must have bounced forward. How long was that pass? Let me play the play-by-play update soon. I'll just look at the box score. He's got 2 catches for 72, a long of 57. They did give Jacobs 1. I don't know how. It's 2nd and 9, actually. All right. Golden in motion to the far side. Fake the handoff. Lob pass out of bounds. He was trying to lead Kraft. That'll stop the clock on the incompletion at 5:10. Packers thinking about going hurry up here. 3rd and 9. All right, they get to the line. There's still 22 seconds on the play clock in shotgun. He looks like he has Dobbs and Golden and Wicks to the near side. He's got a back with him. That should be Wilson. He switched to 23. Oh, yeah, I guess I could put a 23 jersey up again since Wilson changed. It looks like Kraft to the top. It is. Back to pass. Looking. Rolls to the far side. Inside the 20. 25. Dives. Gets hit. Takes it down to the 5 for a first down. What a run by Jordan Love, trying to pump the crowd up. Tremendous play by Love with his feet. Actually, we got 1st and goal. What am I doing? All right. Go, Peck. Go. Good blocking by the O-line, but I guess nobody got open. Love took a shot at the 11, bounced off it, and fell forward to near the 5 and took another shot. Wow. He got up quickly. Hopefully he's all right. Going to be feeling those tomorrow, but luckily we've got the extra 3 days of rest following tonight. Are they trying to say he missed? No, Kraft was well covered. Oh, no. Kraft looked like he might have got hurt on that play. Oh, no. Oh, no. That might be why we're at a timeout here. Let me get the clock. 4:44 in the first. Oh, boy. That's not what I wanted to see. Oh, man. That is not good. Why am I... All right. I got to turn off certain notifications in places. All right. Let me double check something. All right, let's delete this. Let's see. Oh, we got a minute here. Make sure, yeah, everything's muted. Good. There we go. Turn off that notification. There we go. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to wear a Super Bowl shirt, but I just realized tonight, Fish, hello. Yeah, I'm on Amazon Prime. Yep. Welcome, Fish. Sounds good. Just realized, I got the bot. Got it. Surprised. Well, might need to go back to a longer delay. Thanks for checking in, Fish. Appreciate you. Yeah, I put the next Tecmo Super Bowl game up a day early for you, Fish. You're the only member if you didn't see it. Time of possession. Packers have 7 minutes and 59 seconds. Okay. Kraft is on the sideline. I think he's okay. I imagine the clock is rolling. It is 4:35. I'll fix it. Back to pass over to the side. Touchdown, Dobbs. Just a quick in from the far side, and the Packers get on the board first. 6-0 Green Bay at 4:33. A quick pass to Dobbs for 5 yards and the touchdown. I don't want to work. I don't want to sing the rest of the Todd Rundgren song so I don't get copyrighted. That was a quick hit. Dobbs just went to the inside, caught it. Ball was right there on him. Great throw by Love. Kick by McManus right down the middle, and it's 7-0 Green Bay. 4:33 to go in the first quarter. That's what we needed, and we got to get healthy here. All right, quick commercial break. Hopefully it's not too long. They are doing side by side as they show the Packer bench. All right, and yeah, I wish I could say this is a Dobbs jersey. It's actually old Jordy Nelson one. I wanted to limited choices. I don't think it's between this and an old Devontae Adams for current players, and as far as white, and it's instead of Adams, it's Brandon McManus now. All right, Jordan Love, 7-10, 118 yards and a touchdown. And Dobbs with 2 catches for 11 and a touchdown, long of 6. So was it a 6-yard catch? Well, this says 5, so whatever. Okay. Fighting Whales, welcome. Glad you could check in. Yeah, but see, if I get rid of them, I can hide them from the channel from coming back. So good to see you, Wales. All right, kick is into the end zone. The Commanders take the knee. They'll have it at their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10. 1 second. Switch the ball over and make it 1st and 10, not goal. There we go. Their own 35-yard line. All right. Dang, that field goal for 50 or 51 would look really good now, but all right, no going backwards, can't mull it. All right, we got 4:33 in the first. Few injuries, that's why this quarter isn't over yet. All right. In shotgun with a back behind him, probably Eckler. Hands it off and immediately stuffed by LVN, Lucas Van Ness. Wow. That's a loss of a couple. That'll bring up 2nd and long. Must have been a blown blocking assignment, or LVN just dusted somebody. It looks like they were pulling and to go to the right, and LVN just snuffed it out. All right, loss of 1, 2nd and 11, under 4 to go, first quarter. Handoff, Eckler, he gets a few yards to bring up 3rd and manageable. I think that's Eckler. Is Eckler 30? Eckler's got to be 30, right? It is, Austin Eckler. All right. So 3rd down as Micah Parsons checks into the game. It's got to be 3rd and 7. All right. Remove from channel. Okay. I wasn't sure, but thanks. If you can, as long as it says hide from channel, that's all. That's the most important thing. They won't be able to post in the comments. All right. 3rd and 7 from their own 38. Shotgun back to pass. Looking. Throws over the middle to Eckler, who gets tackled, but only about a half a yard or a yard short. Meanwhile, a late flag comes in. So let's see what happened here. LaFleur thinks it's on Washington. Yep, illegal block in the back. Yeah, I was saying that's a 10-yard penalty. I think he said 5 at first. Allegretti, I think, was the offender. Let's see what Parsons did. Parsons came on a stunt, and he's the guy that got, whoa. Parsons hit Daniels a little late, but part of it was maybe it was illegal hands to the face. Yeah, that's what the call was. So I think the Packers took it. So we got 3rd and 17. Yeah, they didn't want to leave him with 4th and 1. Pass caught for maybe no gain, and now it'll be 4th down. Good coverage by the Packers, and who got the tackle? That was a great play. 2:30 to go first quarter. I got to catch up my clock. Sorry about that. 2:22 in the first. All right, yeah. Oh, they gave him a gain of 2. 4th and 15, the punting unit on the field. Again, Way is healthy, so he's their normal punter. Kick is in the air. Golden at the 20, eludes a tackle, gets hit immediately and brought down at the 25, though, with 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Again, a few injuries. That's why we're slowed down. Definitely Jaden Reed is probably done for the night for Green Bay with some sort of shoulder injury. Okay. Thanks, Fish. Good info. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, we'll see. One game at a time. Long way to go. I appreciate the kind words, though. As always, health will play a lot to do with it. Plus, the Packers need to play better in the division. They were almost 0-6 in the division last year. That was all. They couldn't beat their division teams, except for splitting with the Bears. And they couldn't beat the Eagles. They lost to the Eagles twice. Outside of the division and the Eagles, they were undefeated. All right, Way punted it 49 yards to the 21. They gave Nixon on the return this time. I didn't realize it wasn't Golden. I think after he made that mistake at the 4 or 5, they had seen enough possibly. He got a 3-yard return to the 24. Oh, yeah. WNBA at the half, Liberty 56, Sky 42. Wow. I guess Mercury are resting their starters on the road. Wings 57, Mercury 47 as they try to end the season with a win instead of a huge losing streak. And in Minnesota, the Lynx are up 34-22 on the Valkyries. Woof. At halftime. So, I don't know. Aces need to win tonight in LA to get the 2 seed. I know that. Valkyries might just be staying in the 7 seed then. And if the Aces win, that means they would be facing the Aces. If the Aces lose, they'll be facing the pardon me. Sorry. What am I talking about? Had a brain fart there. The Dream. Good Lord. All right, back to the game. They're showing how Favre and Rodgers won the title when they turned 27, and of course Love turns at 27 this year. That was actually Golden on a carry to the far side. That'll bring up 2nd down. Give them a few. They're showing the broadcast booths. I don't know how many yards we got. 2nd and what? I'll say 7. Just guessing. All right, anytime we want to show the field instead of Herb Street. And, all right, 2nd and 4, more than I thought. Back to pass, Love looking. Going to get sacked, though, back inside the 20, and that'll be 3rd and long coming up for the offense. I don't know how many they lost on that. 1:04 to go, first quarter. Line of scrimmage was the 30, I think. Oh, yeah. So this is a huge loss. It's going to be more than... Yeah, it's going to be about 3rd and 15 at least. Oh, no, it is 3rd and 14. All right. Guessed right. All right. Shotgun, back to pass. 4-man rush. Throws to the flat. That's Brooks. Going to be taken down at about the 30. Going to bring up about a 4th and 4. So Daniel Whelan and the rest of the punting unit likely to take the field. The Packers can actually let the first quarter end. They'll probably line up like they're going to go for it and try to draw the Commanders off sides, knowing full well they just got to wait till the quarter ends. 4th and 4 from their own. If they snap this, I will be shocked and sick to my stomach. And nope, that's how the quarter ends. So 4th and 4 coming up. Good strategy. Wasn't going to pay off, though. All right, 2nd quarter coming up. Got to fix the clock. Thanks, everybody who has already liked and subscribed and is a returning viewer. If you're new here, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. If so, please hit like. Please hit subscribe. Doing one or both will help with getting YouTube to recommend us to other potential viewers and help grow the channel. And I thank you for your continued support. Okay. Yeah, thanks, and thanks for the info, Fish. I appreciate it. Eighth. Oh yeah, let's check in. I want to make sure I'm on their. We could check the numbers real quick too. Love 8 of 11, 128 yards and a touchdown. Daniels 3 for 3, 9 yards. Took a 1-yard sack. Jordan just took a 10-yard sack this drive, which the Packers will have to send the punting unit on to start the second quarter. Not much of a ground game to speak of for Washington. Packers, not much either, to be honest. Jacobs not even averaging 3 yards a carry. He did have 1 sack for the Packers. It was Devontae Wyatt, 1 for -1. And then Jacob Martin, number 55, and the Commanders picked up the sack. Again, for Washington. You know what? I got to get a little more water. I'll be right back. Oh, I didn't mean to hit the mic like that. Oh, no good. All right, they're showing the fence like across the street from Lambeau Field. It says "Thanks, Jerry" with a picture of a tear out of Jerry's eye. Jerry Jones, of course, of Dallas, and they show a picture of Parsons. All right, Whelan on the field inside the 20. Here's the snap. He moves forward. The kick is in the air. High and deep inside the 20 near the 16. A flag is down. The return to the 25, almost the 30. But again, there is a flag on the play. So let's see what this call is. Come on. Still discussing the flag. Whoops, 14:49. Forgot to pause the clock. So face mask on the Green Bay. 2 of them. Oh, Hopper got one of the guys trying to block the punt. Grabbed his mask. Awesome. Well, that'll give Washington great field position. Probably at their own, like, 45, 44, somewhere in there. All right, Jaden Daniels on the field. 11 yards in the first quarter. Fewest in the first quarter since week 17 of 2018. 2 yards by Washington then. All right. Yep, it is their own 45. Pass to the flat. Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. That was Deebo Samuel. So a catch for no yards. 2nd and 10. 14:35. Looks like Parsons was on the field for first down there. Oh, Nate Hobbs I see on the field. I think Javon Bullard's the one that made the tackle. Hobbs did finish it off, though. Williams was there as well. Yep, 2nd and 10, their own 45. Receiver in motion. It was Deebo to the near side. Back to pass. They swing it to Deebo. He gets to the 50. Knocked out of bounds after a gain of 6. So 3rd and 4 coming up for Washington as we get a shot of their offensive coordinator, the former Cardinals coach, who I'm blanking on at the moment. All right, 3rd and 3, they say, actually. 13:42 to go. Have to slow my clock down. Back to pass, looking over the middle. I think it's a catch and a first down. Terry McLaurin got 4 yards and a first down. All right. Best drive, obviously, of the night or the game for Washington. Back to pass, looking, steps up in the pocket and has to scramble and dives forward for a yard or two. 2nd and 8 for Washington. Daniels had to tuck it and take what he could get. Actually, well, Prime says it's only a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. All right. All right. In motion to the near side. They fake the handoff, back to pass. Threw it behind the wide running back out of the backfield. Now that'll bring up 3rd and 9, 12:37 to go, second quarter. Bad pass by Daniels. All right. I'm trying to get more comfortable, trying to get further away from this. It's just not working. All right. Third and 9, shotgun, back to pass, looking, throws down the far sideline. Nope, not caught, knocked away at the last second by Nixon, and that'll bring up 4th and 9. Thought they had a catch for the first down, but then the ball came out. Believing that Nixon maybe poked it out there. So I'm sure they'll have to bring the punting unit on. Nixon on the coverage. Both of them clutching and grabbing a little. Oh, yeah, I think Nixon punched it out of there. It was in his hands. Parsons, nope, they're showing the replay. Now the punter kicks it away. And they're going to let it bounce, and it goes back to about the 8 where the Packers will have it. And Washington thinks that the Packers touched it, which I didn't see that. 12:24 to go. First quarter, Packers ball at their own 8-yard line. Not sure what the Commanders... What is going on? I don't know what are they challenging this? They didn't show a replay, so I have no idea if they have a legitimate gripe or not. All right. Let's see. The helmets look okay. Yeah, there we go. I don't know, just can't get this mic to stay where I want it. Apologies for I constantly mess with it. All right, not going to mess with it. Oh, back to, fish. Yeah, thanks. I'll check on the... Everybody's probably at half. Yeah, we're at that. Oh, no, we're underway in Dallas. 57-47, 9:33 to go, third quarter. The home team Wings leading the Mercury by 10. And underway in the third, 39-28 Lynx in Minnesota by 11. 7:41 to go in the third. And in Chicago at Wintrust Arena, Liberty 56, Sky 45. That should be a great series between the Liberty and the Mercury, the 4-5 matchup. Is there a chance? Oh, maybe. I don't know who has the tiebreaker. I guess there's a chance if the Liberty win and the Mercury end up losing, maybe Liberty gets the home court. I'm not sure who has the tiebreaker there. So, yeah, maybe we keep an eye on those two. All right, let me catch up on Fish. Belk's having a bad game. Oh, can they drop below the Storm? That would be awful. I was hoping they could at least hang on to 7th. I wasn't sure if them or the Storm had the tiebreaker. Yeah, that would not be good, having to face the Lynx. I don't know. It's kind of hard to imagine any of this, 6, 7, or 8s upsetting the top 3. I guess if anybody has a shot, it's whoever plays Atlanta, because Atlanta can tank a game here and there. Yeah. You got to figure the Lynx probably won't lose. All right, back to pass. Love from his own end zone. Down the middle. Oh, just overshot. Golden at about the Washington 45 with 12:18 to go. Man, just a step ahead of him. Golden was in the middle. It looked like they had him double covered, but he had a step. And Love just aired it out a little too far. If he catches it, he might be gone, but he did have to dive for it. All right, 2nd and 10 from their own 8 for the Green Bay offense, going left to right in white this quarter. Delay handoff. Jacobs up the numbers on the far side, gets about an 8-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Packers. All right. It's 3rd and 1, actually, from their own 17-yard line. In shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. Handoff. Jacobs moves forward, takes it to the 20 for a 1st down. All right, let me see my options here. Hide user on channel. That's all I can do. All right. All right, 11:20 to go. Second quarter, first half. 11:12. No, there we go. 11:10. There we go. 8. There we go. All right, 1st and 10 for the Packers at their own 20. Fake the handoff to Jacobs. Throws down the left sideline for Heath. Did he catch it? He caught it, but we're both feet in. Nobody has signaled yet. I guess it was incomplete. So the clock stopped. 1, 2. Ooh, the Packers may want to challenge this. That looked like a catch. Why was this not a catch? Packers should challenge this. Yeah, we're going to challenge this. That was a catch. Yeah. All right, we got a Packer challenge. They should win this. This looked good. I don't see catch in the hands, 1 foot down, and then the 2nd foot down. This should be at any rate, heck of a grab by Malik Heath. Holy cow. Normally a special teamer, but with Reed going down early in this game, they need him. And obviously Watson not back yet. Sure, it'll take many weeks for Watson. Oh, that was quick. I guess they got the 1st down. Challenge over. All right, so 1st and 10 at the Washington 43. Handoff up the middle. Didn't see who had it. Jacobs. They might spot him for a gain of 3. Let's see. So that would bring up 2nd and 7. Sorry, gal. It's a short week, and they're playing in Green Bay. Both playoff teams last year. You guys took care of the business in the division on Sunday. Shotgun, or no, back to pass, looking, throws, caught by Dobbs for the first down and pushed out of bounds near the 25. Another first down. 9:53 clock roll. Whoop, I got to slow my clock down. So another first down. Dobbs just did a little like crosser over, or a drag route, whatever you call it, a little motion behind the line or past the, the lineman from the far side to the near side, then caught it and went out of bounds. 9:24 in motion, Wicks to the far side. Handoff Jacobs. He is stuffed for a loss of 1. That'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Sorry, gal. Okay. Yeah, it's strange. Thanks, Fish. Like, all mine allows me to do is hide them from the channel, which is essentially blocking. They can watch, they just can't comment anymore. So, I don't know. All right, 2nd and 11 from the 24. Fake the handoff. Thrown to Kraft, so it's good. He's back. He broke a tackle and inside the 10. And the Packers will have a 1st and goal. So, good to see Kraft back. Wasn't sure if he had been injured. And, wow, that broken tackle really sparked it. He not only got the first down, he gives him a 1st and goal. Harris, number 3, just shrugged him off and then took the hit and went down inside the 10. Harris should have made that tackle. Just poor tackling by the first man, I should say, for Washington. All right, 1st and goal, Green Bay. 8 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. They're at the 7. Shotgun, handoff, Jacobs up the middle, plows forward inside the 2. I think they'll spot him at the 2. It's 2nd and goal. We'll see what we got. Yeah, no, thanks, Fish. I appreciate it. Another handoff to Jacobs. He plows forward into the end zone for the touchdown. 7:34 to go. All Green Bay at the moment. 13-0. 10 plays, 92 yards, 4:50 of clock. That big play, that big catch by Heath. Again, this was going to be a tall order for the Packers, on a short week against a playoff team, but without Zach Tom and at right tackle and Banks at left guard, I had some doubts. But long way from being over. Not counting the chickens before they hatch, or counting the eggs before the chickens hatch, whatever the saying is. Still a long way to go. Plenty of ball game left. 7:34 to go. And, oh yeah, let me put the kickoff up, since that's what's going to be happening next. There we go. Again, that catch by Heath sparked the drive. Can't say enough about that catch. And Tucker Kraft picking up a 1st down. And Jacobs finishing it off. All right. Oh, yeah, I see we both got one back-to-back, Fish. I see that now. Wait. Oh, I think sometimes we're undoing what the other one has done, too. Oh, I just realized that. Well, that's why we got the 9-second delay. Otherwise, we would get 3 of these messages at a time. And in the poll, 26 votes. 65% for the Packers. 35% for the Commanders. Yeah, a long way to go. Don't give up hope yet, gal. Jaden Daniels, 6 of 8, 20 yards. Just that 1-yard sack. Nothing on the ground. They've got 3 carries for 4 yards. Maybe you got to get Krosky Merritt involved. I think he's the rookie. Stebo, McLaurin, Maybe run a little with Debo. We'll see. Love already with 11 of 15 for 199 yards and a touchdown. Album coming soon. What's up with you? Thanks for checking in. Hope you're doing well. And thank you for hitting the like button. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll give a reminder at halftime. Don't want to inundate. I know everybody wants you to like and subscribe. I'm no different. All right, Josh Jacobs finally 11 carries for 34 yards. 9 was a long. He did pick up a touchdown. Dobbs had the catch for the touchdown. Reed got hurt early. If you're joining us late, he has some sort of right shoulder injury. He caught a would-be touchdown, I think, on the opening drive, and it got called back by a penalty. The Packers ended up turning it over on downs on a 4th and 3. Uh-oh, we got a commander injury, so this is going to be a bit of a delay. Dietrich Wise? Oh, Wise was injured. Uh-oh. Super Bowl champion with the Patriots. Oh, on the extra point. Oh, what happened? I missed this. Oh, his teammate pushed a Packers lineman on the back of his right leg, like the lower leg. Oh, no. Thinking ankle or knee, maybe? I don't know. And Wagner's saying, we got you, we got you. As Debo looks on. Oh, we got a Von Miller sighting as well. Oh, man, hate to see that. So we got a delay. No, Album, I'm not doing WNBA tonight. Yeah, it looked bad. We will be back on Sunday with WNBA playoffs, though. Yeah, tonight there's only a game at 9, and I'm gonna be watching the Packers. That's why I'm streaming the Packers. But we'll be back Sunday. As the only thing that might interfere with WNBA playoffs would just be Packer games. But Packers will be off for the next 10 days, so we'll dedicate ourselves to the WNBA starting Sunday. We only got one more game tonight. But speaking of which. Yeah, hey, Father Time, by the way. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, it did not look good. In Chicago, Liberty 69, make that Liberty 70, Sky 53, 321 in the third. In Dallas, 70-52, Wings over the Mercury, 326 in the third. And in Minneapolis, Lynx 45, Valkyries 35, 227 in the third. Yikes. So, yeah, if the tiebreakers are in place, then if they lose, I guess this is your first round matchup, which would be unfortunate for the Valkyries. Again, the Lynx and the Aces are going to be heavy favorites going into the playoffs. Maybe the Dream get upset. And maybe the 4-5 game gets an upset. But other than that, it's going to be hard for these 6, 7, and 8 seeds. Yeah, and Aces, Sparks later. Aces need to win. Well, we don't know the matchups yet. After tonight, we'll know. Aces need to win to get the 2 seed. The only matchup we know is the 4-5. Mercury, the 4, and Liberty 5. And I'm wondering if that can flip. As Wise still is on the cart. His teammates are patting him on the head. It stinks. He put his arm up for the crowd, though. So some sort of right leg injury for Wise. Yeah, so we'll find out after tonight. Maybe I'll put a post in the community page early for Sunday then once we get the matchups. Hello, Mac, again. Hey, go Packers. Thanks, Mac. All right, McManus has it on the tee. We should just about be set. All right. 7:34 to go in the second. The kick is in the air. Short, taken at the 5 by the near numbers. Returned past the 25, near the 30 with 7:30 to go. Second quarter. 1st and 10 coming up for... Oh, come on. Don't take another timeout after that huge injury timeout, please. 1st and 10. Stops, just can't connect. Velks. Thanks, Fish. All right. Jaden Daniels and the Washington offense on the field, trailing by 14 at their own 30-yard line. Near hash mark. Debo in motion behind the... And they hand it off to the up back. I think that's Krosky for 5. What's his name again? Krosky Merritt. Hold on. 1 second. Yeah, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. And they go hurry up. Shotgun. Fake the handoff. Daniels throws it. Caught by McLaren. He had to juggle it and secure it, but he gets a first down for the Commanders near midfield. 6:55 to go. Second quarter. Yeah, they're at about their own 45 as they continue with the hurry up. 6:45 to go. Nope, we got another lineman injured. Coleman, number 74, so stops the clock at 6:45. Oh, my. Yeah, I might need to go back to the longer delay, maybe. I don't know. 67% in the poll of the 27 votes thinking Green Bay. Oh, 6-point game. All right. Thanks for the update. Let's go over there. Yeah, 47-41 Lynx at the end of the third. Wow, so it's not over yet. I know Carrington's out for the Lynx. Not sure if they rested anybody else or not. All right, the Coleman is walking under his own power, seemingly okay. All right, there we got all 3 games there. Wings up big. Near the end of the third quarter. Same with the Liberty. Really, this is the only close game. We'll just scroll up there. All right, Paul 75 replaces the injured lineman. 6:35 second quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. In shotgun, a back to his left. It's Krosky Merritt. Back to pass, throws, almost picked. Valentine undercut the route, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. He made a diving attempt, but wasn't really that close. Some miscommunication between the receiver. Parsons got manhandled by that new guy, too. The left, or no, maybe that wasn't the new guy. 2nd and 10, 6:21 to go, second quarter. In shotgun, 2 receivers to his near side, one of them Samuel. Back to pass, looking, throws, right or top side, caught out near the first down. That'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for Washington. 6:05 in the second quarter. 3rd and 1 from the Packer 42. Shotgun. Handoff to Krosky Merritt. He bowls forward between the hash and the outside hash and numbers for the first down. Inside the 40 near the Packer 38. So another good drive here. Get going by Washington. 12-3 first downs, Packers. From the 38. 5.5 to go, second quarter. Shotgun, fakes the handoff, looking, steps up in the pocket, runs forward and picks up about 5 to the 33, where they'll have a 2nd and 5. We get Jeff Halfley in the suites calling the Packers defense. It is 2nd and 5. 5:03 to go, second quarter. All right, Daniels in shotgun, Krosky Merritt to his right. He's got Ertz on the line and 2 receivers split out wide, near side, and 1 to the top. Now he splits out further. 3 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun, back to pass. 4 rush, incomplete. Nixon on the coverage. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 to the top side. Missed the intended receiver, though. Nixon against, who is that? 89 or 85? I can't see his number. It's 85. Oh, that's Noah Brown. Okay. Oh, good. Actually, yeah, Nixon got a hand on the ball to knock it away. 4:35 to go. In shotgun, 3 to the near side, including Debo. Back to his right, and Noah Brown to the top. Back to pass, looking, lobs the pass down the left sideline, dropped it out of bounds for McLaurin. Maybe a little contact, but looks like it's 4th and 5. And you got to figure they're probably going for this, if I had to guess. Nope. Looks like they're bringing the kicking field goal unit on. Yeah, why am I having... All right. All right, it's a 51-yarder. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and that is through the uprights and good. Slipped it inside the near upright. 4:27 to go. Washington gets on the board. They trail by 11. And we'll have the kickoff soon. After probably another break here. All right, we'll check in. It happens, especially for NFL stuff. It happens. I just have to block it, or Ahmad has to block it. Yeah, no, I won't be able to grow the channel if I put it as subscribers only. I gotta be welcome to everybody. I don't think you can do subscribers only. I think you can do members only. I have to look into that. 3s, 2s out of 20. Oh, Burton, yeah. 51 is chippy these days. Okay. All right. Gay, number 16, about to kick it off. The ball's on the tee. 51-yard field goal puts the Commanders within 11 and on the board. Kick is taken at the 1, returned by Savion Williams. Wait, who returned that? Oh, I apologize. That was Wilson, the running back. I saw the 3 and not the first digit. My bad. Let's see where the Packers get it after the kickoff now. 1st and 10. Green Bay ball. Under 4.5 to go. Yeah, 51 is a chip shot field goal. All right, from their own 27, Green Bay ball. Kraft in motion. They fake the handoff. Actually, they give it to Savion Williams, who takes it to the first down and is knocked out of bounds, but didn't lose his feet at 4:16. Solid play design there and call by MLF, Matt LaFleur. Yeah, Savion was lined up in the backfield with, and they just handed it to him. He went behind Love and got it. So good care. Let's see how many yards that was. Come on, update. What's going on here? Why didn't this update? Oh, they don't have it yet. All right. All right, handoff. This time to Jacobs. Dances to the near side, falls forward for 3 or 4, but we got a flag on the play at 3:36. Holding on the lineman. Let's see who it is. Actually, they call not a lineman. They call it on Fitzpatrick, the third string tight end. Actually, come on, 3:36 to go. Why can't I fix this? There we go. So the Packers will have a 1st and 10. Yeah, he had a hold of a lineman. As we get a shot of the Commanders' managing partner. All right, 2nd and 12 coming up. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, dumps it to Brooks. Had a blocker. Oh, man, he is stuffed. I think 2 yards short, back at the Packer 25. They're going to have 2nd and 22 coming up. Wait, third? Did they decline it? Oh, I apologize. It's 3rd. I thought they took the penalty. Wait a minute. I didn't think they declined it. Yeah, they took the penalty. 3rd and 11. Is that right? I don't even trust Prime. All right, 3rd and 11. Back to pass. I got to catch up the clock. Love gets out of the pocket looking for somebody to throw. Chucks it downfield. And incomplete. Dobbs was kind of just playing defender there at 2:14. I'll fix my clock. I got to let it roll a little bit, though. All right, 4th and 11. I screwed up in there. I think I was a down behind. No, there was Holt. Oh, Savion got 8. I thought he had gotten a 1st down. That's where I messed up. My bad. All right, Daniel Whelan on the field with the rest of the punting unit. 2 seconds. 1 snap. Kick in the air. Taken at the 19. Returned between the hashes past the 40. Out near the 43-yard line. Where it'll be Commanders 1st and 10. And I didn't catch the clock there. Imagine we're not at the 2-minute warning if I had to guess. All right, let's check the box real quick. No, it's not 2:14. As they get a look inside the Packers Hall of Fame. All right, 2:02. Okay, so each team with, I believe, yeah, all 3 timeouts still in the first half. 2:02, 1st and 10. Good field position for the Commanders to get back in this before half. And they get the ball in the second half. Packers had the ball first. All right, shotgun, back to pass. Looking, steps up in the pocket, rolls to his right. And Bullard has to chase him out of bounds. After about a gain of 8, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning at 1:55. Going to be 2nd and short coming up for Washington in Packers territory already. Depending on the spot of the ball. Wow. All right, real quick, we'll check on... They cut it to 6, and now they've gone on a scoring drought. Looks like it was a 14-2 run, I guess, to stretch the lead from 6 out to 18. So that game's probably over. Dallas looks like they're going to beat the Mercury. Liberty look like they're going to beat the Sky. So we'll see who owns the tiebreak because... both teams will be 27 and 17. They're going to play each other, but who gets the home court advantage in this short best-of-3 series? Excuse me. Yep, just seeing that. I don't know what there is. 12-0 run. I don't know what their deal is with Kate Martin. I honestly don't. Whether she plays or doesn't play, and when she does play, how much, and when she gets in. Oh, I see. This game's on NBA TV. Gotcha. And they have the late game, too. Yeah. Yeah, down by 20. Gonna be disappointed, especially if that means they got to face the Lynx. But they were gonna have a tough time probably with the Aces as well. We'll see the matchups eventually, but I just don't really see any of the 6, 7, or 8 teams upsetting anybody. Maybe Seattle would have a chance, depending on who they're playing. So, yeah. All right. Scroll down on this. Get the ad out of there. Did they make a scoring change? Now Love has 200 yards passing. I thought, oh yeah, he was 11 of 14, so he's only 1 out of his last 3, I guess. So we got a shot of Sterling Sharp waiting to get his ring at halftime. From, I guess it's their, I don't know if it's the 50 or their own 49. Handoff up the middle. Either way, it's a first down. Looked like the handoff was to Eckler. So 1st and 10 coming up for Washington in Green Bay territory. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. 1:40 to go. In shotgun, 2 receivers to each side and a back to his right. It's another handoff. Eckler up the middle. Takes it down to the Green Bay 47 or 46. So maybe so that'll be 2nd down. What was the gain? I'll just guess about 5. It might give them a gain of 6. Nope. All right, from the Green Bay 41, they got to get almost to the... Oh, we got a false start on Washington. So hold that thought. Pre-snap penalty. What are we doing? Why are they pointing to the sideline? Tunzel. Okay, Parsons never moved. It's on Tunzel, the left tackle. False start. So for 2nd and 10 coming up for the Commanders. All right, clock down to 59 seconds. Oh, runoff. Got it. Shotgun, back to pass, throws to the right. It's Debo. He gets down to the 39 to bring up. Is the ball loose? Well, if it is, Washington got it. They got a 3rd and short coming up. Call it 2. They're 4 now, they say. All right, 3rd and 4. 33 seconds to go, first half. 3rd and 4 from the Packer 40. Shotgun, back to pass. Daniels rolls to the left, still between the hash marks. Throws, far sideline, almost intercepted by Xavier McKinney. Broken up by Eckler. 4th and 4 with 19 seconds. So they'll probably go for it because this would be a pretty long field goal. You'd be looking at 58 at least. Tunzel did a decent job. Parsons did knock him down after that, but he did it. Daniels was smiling. He didn't look too upset. All right, it is a 58-yard field goal attempt. Miss it. Kick is on the way. It's going left, and it hooked wide left. No good. 14 seconds to go. So what do the Packers do here with 3 timeouts and good field position? Got to figure they got to pass and maybe get, into field goal position themselves. Come on. All right, back to pass. Love looking, throws down the near sideline, caught out of bounds. Or no, well, they got to call a timeout anyways. They don't. Just use a timeout. There's no time. There's 8 seconds to go. Good catch. You have 3 timeouts. 1st and 10. See what they do. Where did they mark it? Are they at like the 40? No, they're at like the 38. Wonder if you just run it with Jacobs, try to get a little closer. You can't do too much. I wouldn't take a shot at the end zone. It is a Jacobs run up the middle. He plunges forward to near the 30-yard line. 4 seconds to go and a timeout by Green Bay. So, yeah, that missed field goal could be costly now on 2nd down. Packers burn a timeout and have a chance to get a field goal of their own. Man, I had to wonder about that. Yeah, Jacobs called timeout. Second and 2 coming up as they send McManus and the rest of the field goal unit onto the field. So this should be about a 48-yarder. Yep, that's what they call it. All right. McManus, they're kind of almost right up the middle. Snap, hold, kick is up and hits the upright. No good. Damn it. That's your half. Come on, McManus. Gosh, darn it. Hit the far upright. So as he's looking at it, the left upright. He just hooked it. Dang it. It went towards the, it went straight back down into the end zone. If it just angled a little bit and caught more of the inside, it would have gone in. But, man, tough miss there. Let me get the clock going. Whoops. All right. Thanks, everybody who has liked and subscribed and has chatted and is in a returning viewer. I appreciate your continued support. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, not liking that. Lynx or Aces were going to be a tough matchup. Like I said, I think the Dream are the team that could be surprised and upset. But, well, we'll see. It's only best of 3, so hopefully they'll have all hands on deck. Maybe they'll get Hayes back for the playoff. But they made it. That's the important thing. They didn't expect that. So, all right, we'll take a look at the halftime stats. Yeah, both missed field goals is right. All right. Sorry. Like I said, thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. If you're new, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. And if so, please hit like, please hit subscribe. Doing one or both helps with getting YouTube to recommend us to other potential viewers and help grow the channel. I thank you for your support. All right, halftime numbers. Love 13 of 18, 214 yards and a touchdown. Jacobs 12 rushes for 42 yards, a touchdown. Kraft with 3 catches for 89 yards. Dobbs with a touchdown catch. Daniels 9 of 15 for 49 yards. Each quarterback's taken 1 sack. Daniels only lost a yard on his. Daniels is the leading rusher, 3 carries for 14 yards. Leading receiver, McLaurin 2 for 18. Debo 3 for 13. The sack was by Devontae Wyatt for a 1-yard loss. They split the sack between Miller and Jacob Martin now. I think originally they gave it to Martin. That 10-yard sack of Love. No interceptions, no fumbles recovered. Each kicker missed a field goal. So Matt Gay is 1 for 2. He made from 51, missed from 58, wide left. McManus 0 for 1, missed from 48, off the left upright. But 2 for 2 from extra points. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. I guess I could just put the WNBA scores up if you want to see the finals while I take this break. And then we'll be back. I think you can see that without the gambler sign. Yeah, there we go. All right, I do appreciate you all. You got Atlanta in the final? Okay. Over 27 wins. Yeah, because they have a new head coach. He set the record for first-year head coach wins. So, yeah, I get it. They had a bit of an all-star team or dream team, and he brought them together and made it work. But all right, so we got playoffs for the WNBA Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. And we'll have Monday Night Football at 6, the Bucks at the Texans, and we'll see. Probably just going to do WNBA playoffs Sunday, whether that's 3 games or 4 games, still to be determined. All right, I'll be right back. Thanks. All right, we are back. I see we got a couple finals. The Liberty did, in fact, win 91-86, and Lynx won 72-53, and now we get a final. Wings 97, Mercury 76, and I forgot to close my phone. Sorry if there was an echo there. So 4 and 5 are tied. Not sure who has the tiebreaker here. We'll see if we get updated standings. All right. Ow. Just smashed my knee on the table. I just can't get this mic the way I want it. Oh, forgot to put the game at halftime. That would have been nice. There we go. Let's fix the clock in a minute, too. Yeah, there we go. All right. All right, let's edit this. Actually, one more thing. Let's just refresh. Hey, we got a sub. Thanks. We're at 580. Thanks, everybody. Can't believe it. Like 500 subs in the last 3 months or yeah, not quite 4 months, I would say. I know when it's been going up since I started doing WNBA for sure. That's what sparked tremendous growth. All right, I was going to check real quick, check the YouTube live page, see if I show up there or not. Should. Oh, yeah, there I am. All right, cool. Somebody has a backwards G on one of their helmets instead. They flipped the image to get the image to face the helmets together, and the G is backwards. That's interesting. Sorry, guy. The Packers don't have a backwards G on their helmet. Oh, Sharp's name was just unveiled on the, the facade, their Ring of Honors, as you will. Plenty of competition. I do appreciate you joining me tonight. All right. Back to our page. And, let's update this live. Let me edit this so we can see it. So yeah, no live stream the next couple of days. If you're interested in my Tecmo Super Bowl videos, we'll have one on Friday and one on Saturday as well. Most likely WNBA playoffs Sunday then. Again, once we get the matchups and I know my own schedule, be able to determine and nail down those plans as well. So yeah, game 2 will be Tuesday and Wednesday night. So we know they got to win 2, even if they win 2 straight. Then, if necessary, Thursday, Friday. So Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for sure for WNBA playoffs. We'll see, to be determined, Thursday, Friday. If there's no game Thursday, we'll do the Thursday night football again. Thursday night football game again. All right, yeah, we'll maybe ESPN will have updated standings. I don't know how quick they do. All right, Lynx win. They're 34-10. Looks like we're about set to start the third, so I'll look at this in a minute, make sure all the records are updated before we look too. All right, take this down. Reset the clock. Third quarter, kickoff coming up. Yeah, Packers have to kick. They had the ball first. All right. Yeah, I need to get that timer going right away. All right. McManus kicks it. It's going to be taken short at about the 5. Returned on the near numbers. Debo past the 30, 35-40. Still going 45-50, down and out of bounds near the Packers' 44-yard line. And not the start you want, letting the team right back in the game to start off with the second half kickoff. Yikes, that was ugly by the Packers coverage unit. Again, no Bo Melton and Zane Anderson as safety. So a corner and safety that would normally play on the coverage units. Not making excuses, just pointing it out. All right, I'm going to close that because I might be using up bandwidth here. It's my internet. Just realized. Handoff. And Krosky Merritt dives forward to the 40. Probably got a 2nd and 6 coming up after a gain of 4. 14:35 in the third. Total plays 34-26 Packers. All right. Back to pass. Spikes it into the ground. What was that? I guess he threw it at the feet of Krosky Merritt to bring up the 3rd and 6. Didn't like what he saw and just ditched on the play. And why is there Well, I thought Van Ness might have jumped offside, but he just timed the snap perfect. So 3rd and 6 coming up, and who took the timeout? Doesn't say who took the timeout. We've got water bottles and stuff out on the. So what was the timeout? We got 14-17 to go. The trainers brought drinks out for everybody. Still no signal by Prime on who took the timeout, but we got a 3rd and 6 with 14-17 after the incompletion. Okay. All right, it's 3rd and 6. They got to get to the 34. They're just outside the Packers' 40. In shotgun, back to pass, looking. Rush from the edges on and caught. Williams thinks he got pushed off on. He might have a case. 14:05 to go. But they're saying Washington first down. I couldn't tell. I watched the wrong receiver. Yeah, I missed it. Parsons got there a little late. Ooh, Cooper too. 13-5 first downs. Packers 13:40 second quarter at the Packer 31. Shotgun handoff. Krosky Merritt goes forward and to between the far numbers and hash mark, he gets a gain of maybe 5. We'll see what they spot it. Come on, Prime. You got to be quicker than this. You are very... Okay, 2nd and 6. Feel like they are slow to change the... Yeah, I don't understand that commercial. Okay, I wasn't just the only one. They brought drinks on the field. Usually that means a timeout. All right, back to pass on 2nd and 6. Throws to Debo in the backfield. He goes forward for maybe 2. make it 3, bringing up 3rd and 3 for Washington. Yeah, okay, so I wasn't the only one. Thanks, Fish. Oh, that's okay, Fighting Whales. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry, Fighting Whales, not Fish. Gotcha. Yeah, I saw that one at halftime, so I got it with my phone. All right, 3rd and 3. Huge play here. An 11-point game from the Packer 24. Got to get to the 21. 2 receivers to each side and a back to his left. In shotgun. 3 seconds. 2, 1. He did not get that off. No flag. Now they throw a flag probably for holding, and Parsons and company take him down for a sack at 12:08. That sure looked like I wish they would get tenths of a second on all the stadium play clocks so we can look at these. It's insane. Yeah, they did call holding on the Packers, but with the sack, they're going to decline it and bring up 4th down. It is declined. 12:08 to go. We'll see what they mark it. Both marine life. Yeah, thanks, Fighting Whales. Sorry. Didn't mean to call you Fish. I see F and FI, and then I'm done. I skipped the rest. All right, 4th and 13. It was a 10-yard sack. We'll see who they credit it to. Field goal, 52-yarder coming up from the right hash mark as he's looking at the goalpost. Snap, hold, the kick by Gay up. It's off the upright and no good. The right upright. So each kicker has hit an upright, and Gay hooked one. And it's still a 14-3 game. That Washington's last 2 drives end on missed field goals. Packers ball at 11:54. It was very similar to McManus hitting the upright and it coming back inside. Wow. Tremendous break. Away the punter was the holder. Tremendous break for the Packers defense and special teams. Yep, we'll keep an eye on this one. All right, let me try to open the standings. I had a problem. I was seeing drop frames. I hope my video didn't... Yeah, you're good, Fighting Whales. No problem at all. Yeah, I didn't understand. So no timeout, no commercial. I had no... I guess, maybe. They never showed it on TV. Let's put it that way. Yeah, no worries, Fish. You're fine. Yep, doink. Double doink. Yeah, would be trolling Bears fans. Exactly. Collinsworth coming up with something for a change. All right, let me try to bring up the standings again. I just shut it because I didn't know if I was having internet issues. So we'll try one more time here. All right, so 34 and 10, that seems to be updated. 30 and 14, Aces play tonight. They would take second with a win. Okay, they have the Mercury in 4th, the Liberty in 5th. And as somebody in the chat pointed out, either Fighting Whales or Fish, that the Volks would be down in 8th. Or maybe it was Father Time. Somebody with an F. So it ends up being Fever, Storm, Valkyries. So we don't quite know the matchups yet. We know 2 of the 4. Volks will play the Lynx. Liberty will play the Mercury. And no change, I guess, on the tiebreaker between Phoenix and the Liberty. It's just whether or not... who is in the last game? Oh, the Sparks. It's whether or not the Dream or the Aces are the 2. If the Aces win, they get it. So we'll see. And then we'll know the matchups. All right, 1st and 10 for the Packers. Forgot to say 1st and 10. Back to pass. Love looking, throws over the middle. Caught by Tucker Kraft near the numbers. No, that's Luke Musgrave, 88. Not 85, excuse me. 1140, tight end number 2. So good for Musgrave to get involved. So they had Jacobs lined up behind Love. They faked the pass. Musgrave ran down the middle of the field, then just cut it out to the numbers, got to his knees, and made the catch inside Commanders territory. All right, they are at the 35 of the Commanders. Two receivers near side, 3 to the far side, empty backfield. Love back to throw, has to lob it towards the sideline near where Jacobs is at 11:03. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Hopefully, I was a little surprised. I wouldn't have been shocked if that had been flagged for intentional grounding. But I guess not. As we get Joe Witt Jr. is the Commanders' defensive coordinator. He used to be a Packers coach, like cornerback coach, I think. He never did get a shot at defensive coordinator, I remember thinking, but. All right, in shotgun, backs to either side. Savion goes in motion. They hand it off to Jacobs, who goes up the middle hash or to the near hash and gets out close to the first down. They might mark him half a yard short. It depends on the spot. There should be a virtual measurement. I think we got a first down. 10:40 to go in the third. No indication. Let me listen in. I think they're going to say 2nd and short. All right, so the Hawkeye says it was short. The clock stopped at 10:36. All right, Wilbury, is it? I think it's 2nd and 1. I forgot to give them a first down. Oh, no, it is 3rd and 1. All right. Now the clock's rolling. 10:30. Musgrave in motion. They fake the handoff. They throw to Musgrave, far sideline. He catches it and goes down for inside the 30 for the first down. 1st and 10. 10:14. Clock continues to roll. Boy, need a touchdown. Let's not keep letting Washington hang around here. Yeah, nobody came with Musgrave. 0 made the tackle, but too late. Damage was done. They really probably thought the Packers were going to run with Jacobs. 1st and 10, 9:47 to go. Handoff to Jacobs, far numbers. He falls forward for 2, but there's a late flag on the play at 9:43 as I hit the wrong button. And that'll be holding on the Packers, bumping them 10 yards back against Sean Ryan, the right guard. 9:43 to go. 1st and 20 coming up. Ryan was holding, 94 of Washington on the play. All right, after the penalty, 1st and 20. Now the clock is rolling, 9:40. Packers back up to the Washington, we'll say 27. Something happened and we got flags on the field. Looked like, we got a false start. So the Packers are going backwards. They will have a 1st and 25 at the Commanders' 32. As they show the two coaches giving hugs before the game. 6 for 55 penalties for the Packers. 3 for 20 for Washington. All right, now the clock is rolling again. 1st and 25, 9:12 to go. Savion was in motion to the near side. Love back to throw and gets it to Kraft. And he's taken down at about the 12-yard line. That should bring up a 2nd and 5 for Green Bay. 8:50 to go. 3rd quarter. Yeah, Kraft just was beyond number 0. I can't see his name. And Love found him. Wait, they said Kraft ball started on that other play? Wow. Oh, actually, it's 2nd and 6. They mark them at the 13. Got to get to the 7. 1 second. They hand it off up the middle, and that's Jacobs. Looks like he has enough for the first down. Unless they mark him like way short for some reason. Ooh, they're marking him at the line. This is closer than it looks. Are they going to Hawkeye measure it, or what's going on? Yeah, all right. It is 1st and goal. All right, there we go. Finally. 7:55, 3rd quarter. 6 plays, 51 yards, 4:07 taken off the clock for the Green Bay. From the 7, back to pass, looking, has to roll outside the 20, backs up, throws and lobs it out of bounds in the end zone or to the sideline. 7:34, 2nd and goal coming up for Green Bay. Do I like these jersey helmets? I just think they're missing a yellow stripe up the middle, and that's my only critique. It's just the jersey's just the road jersey. They added a helmet and pants. But yeah, the road jersey looks weird compared to the home jersey, but yeah, it doesn't bother me. I just think the helmet needs a yellow stripe. Oh, they give it to Jacobs. He was inside the 5, but no further. We'll see on the mark. It's 3rd and goal as they ran kind of an option to the right. But yeah, I guess they're okay. Again, I think just the middle should have a thin yellow stripe to match the sleeve here. And, less of the collar, but more the sleeve. To be uniform, with the pants and the jersey having the yellow stripe. I just think it would be better. All right, from the 4, 3rd and goal. Wonder if they go if they don't get it. Oh, I can't believe it wasn't a delay of game. Love back to pass. No one to throw to. Has to lob it out of the end zone again. Nobody open. Good coverage by the Commanders. And now what? I got to think they got to take the field goal, go up 2 touchdowns. It just really stinks they didn't cash in. I think LaFleur wanted a timeout because the play clock was expiring. He was out near the 15-yard line signaling for a timeout. We got 4th and goal, and McManus and company will take to the field for a 22-yarder from the right hash mark. Kick is up and good. He just slipped it inside the right upright. 6:37 to go in the 3rd. Packers stretch it out to a 14-point lead again after the Commanders hit the upright on their opening drive. All right, as we head to the kickoff, and take this down. Hello, Puppets World. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, that was my thought. So I don't hate it. It seems to be missing something. Just a thin yellow stripe up the middle would make it match everything. I don't know. That was my immediate reaction, and it hasn't really changed. Go Sparks. Well, you would change the matchups. If the Sparks win, that means Storm face the Dream, and that would mean the Fever would face the Aces. But the Aces have that huge winning streak coming in tonight. Oh, game is underway. Oh, Aces 20, Sparks 9, 3:25 to go, first quarter. If interested, it is on NBA TV if you're not in the Las Vegas or LA area, or if you... Last night of WNBA League Pass tonight. They don't do anything for the playoffs, so I will be purchasing ESPN Unlimited. And we will have WNBA playoff basketball next week. Probably just basketball Sunday. I don't think I'll be, just because of how the schedule matches up, I doubt I'll be doing any football that night. Why don't they have like a link to their playoff schedule too? I don't know if they do. Yeah, it's nuts. I usually just search for it, and that's how I find it. It's so dumb. I don't want the Ticketmaster ad. Yeah, all right. 23-11 Aces. As they're talking about the Parsons trade, which I'm sure everybody's tired of hearing about. I'm not, but I could see how others would be. Tucker Kraft with 4 catches for 108 yards, a long of 57. Wow. Jacobs has 60 on the ground. McManus' kick is in the air, taken in at about the goal line by Debo, out past the 20, 25, hit, brought down at about the 27. So let's check the clock. We got 1st and 10 for Jaden Daniels and the rest of the offense. Let's see where they spotted the ball. Washington return. Oh, Nyman on the tackle. Yeah, he's somebody they got. I don't know if they traded for him or if he was a cut that they picked up. I think they're at their own 27 with 6:32 to go here in the third. All right, in shotgun, Debo in motion. Fake the handoff. Looking all kinds of time. Wyatt got to him late, but he delivers a strike for the catch. And that'll bring a 2nd and short coming up here for Washington. All right. All right. You got a Parsons quote on the screen. All right, come on. Pass for 8 to Sanat. No, make it 7. Yeah, Walker was there late. 2nd and 3. Their own 33. Handoff up the middle. Stuffed. Eckler goes nowhere. Looks like Cooper, number 56 on the hit. 5:40 to go. Parsons trying to get the crowd pumped up. Maybe a gain of... Maybe no gain. I don't think he lost. We'll see what they mark it. 3rd and 3, 5:22, 14-point lead for the home team, the Packers. Shotgun, back to pass. They throw to the left side. It's short to Scary Terry McLaurin. 4th and 3 coming up at 5:12, and the punting unit will have to take the field. So good pass rush. I think they sent 5. They sent Cooper as an extra, like a blitzer. Valentine on the coverage, and Daniels just short hopped it to McLaurin. All right, Way, the regular punter, he had, was injured. They had a backup off the practice squad. He kicks it away. But he's punting fine tonight. Taken by Nixon and immediately hit down. No return at 5:04. And a flag on the play. Late flag. So we'll check the flag. The sky cam is in the way of the shot of the ref. What's the call? Probably going to be at the Packers. Holding. 2 players held. Awesome. As Parsons, 36, Haddon. Parsons on the stationary bike. All right, that'll back the Packers up further into their own territory. 5:04 to go in the third. Be nice if the offense could get another scoring drive here, though. Either late in the third or start of the fourth. 34 votes, 71% going with the Packers. Go, Ninja, go. No, it's not that fast. It's go, Pack, go. Go, Ninja, go, Ninja, go, Ninja. That's faster. But I hear you, Fighting Whales. All right, in LA's Aces 29, Sparks 13. End of the first quarter. Yeah, it's too bad that final playoff spot didn't come down to tonight. Sparks took care of business, and then the Volks had that heartbreaking loss, and as a result, they've dropped all the way to 8th in the standings as well after they rolled over and played dead in the late third and fourth quarter when they had just pulled within 47-41. Then they got outscored. Yeah, they I don't know if they had even 12 in the fourth quarter. It was late in the third. Good Lord, that was a 25-12 finish then. No, yeah. To take it out to 19 from 6. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That was the game that blowout by the Lynx over the Aces. That's when Collier got hurt stepping on Alana Smith's foot late in the third quarter. The game was a blowout, and she rolled her ankle on Smith's foot, and then that was the biggest road margin of victory for a road team that night. Yeah, you're right. They caught fire after that. Storm had a sluggish start to September, but then they got it right. Yeah, I knew you meant Lynx. No worries, Fighting Whales. Thanks for the comment. Love, 265 yards passing and a touchdown. Again, Kraft, 108 receiving, 60 rushing yards. Josh Jacobs, 1st and 10. Back at their own 9-yard line, under center. 2 receivers to this near side, Wicks and Dobbs. Now Golden in motion, too, to the side. Handoff to Jacobs. He got maybe 1 to the 10. Bringing up 2nd and 9 on a run to the far side. 4:50 to go in the third. Slow going for Jacobs on the ground. No big, home run, or big hits or big runs. Longest carry of 9. But he does have a touchdown. All right, in shotgun. Another handoff to Jacobs. Gets maybe another yard to the 11. That'll be 3rd and 8. Why are we going so conservative here late in the third? Come on, LaFleur. As we get a shot of the moon on TV. All right. Another establishing shot of the stadium. All right, Packers in white going left to right this quarter. 3rd and 8 from their own 11. Got to get out to the 19. Wicks in motion. Shotgun back to pass. Rushes on. He has to dump it. Hopefully that's not grounding. They may talk this over. It's going to be a safety if it is, or marked at the 1 at 3:41. He had somebody maybe within 5 yards. So, Packers dodged a bullet. I don't know what on earth that was, but a quick 3 and out, and they stopped the clock. But why are you so conservative on 1st and 2nd down? I don't understand. This game is still a 2-score or 2-possession game. It's not over. All right, snap, moves ahead. Whelan kicks it out of the end zone. Taken at his own 39, returned, and hit by McDuffie at the midfield marker. What a hit by Isaiah McDuffie. Good coverage unit for the Packers special team there. But a decent return. You know, that's an 11-yard return by Lane. So only about a net, you know, a net of 39 yards, I guess, roughly, for the Packers. Yeah, 51-yard kick, a 12-yard return to the 50. So from the 38, they said. So, yeah, from the line of scrimmage, though, yeah, 39 net, or I guess they're saying 38 net. All right. Yeah, 38 net. All right, well, plenty of time. Commanders could come back here. 12 of 20, 68 yards passing, 2 sacks. Daniels has taken. Not much on the ground. 12 carries for 42 as a team, and Daniels has 3 of that for 14 yards. So they've only made 9 rushing attempts. I don't know if all 3 of these were scrambles or not, so I guess I can't officially say that. Oh, yeah, the target numbers are a little off the screen here. Well, hopefully we'll get an update on Reed for the Packers, but probably won't, know for a while. No, I didn't. Sorry, Michael Joyce. Did not. Trying not to get political. Should have had a moment of silence for the 9/11 survivors, if anything. But did mention in passing, I can't believe it's been 24 years. It's amazing how times fly. Certainly don't condone violence, no matter your political beliefs or what you may have said. Doesn't matter. Nobody has the right to take away somebody's other's life without getting into whether I'm pro or NHA, whatever, NRA or pro anti-gun, however you want to call it. Yeah, same. I had hair back then too. Yeah, not as much. I was already losing it for a few years, about 2 years. All right, shotgun from midfield, back to pass. Daniels, plenty of time. Right sideline, not caught. Incomplete, out of bounds. Kind of lucky Nixon didn't get called for a hold there, but no flag. 2nd and 10, I'll admit it. Looked like Nixon had his arms, but let me get a double check. He gave him a push on the shoulder pad. Didn't turn him, I guess. Little surprise. The ref had a pretty good look there. All right, 2nd and 10. Back to pass again. Gets Zach Ertz, who gets forward for an 8-yard gain, not grain. Bringing up the 3rd and 2. Yeah, I think I started losing my hair around 99, probably a couple of years before that. So I probably had hair, just a bald spot in the back. All right, that's a handoff. Eckler, 2nd and 3rd effort, is close to the 1st down. Probably depends on the spot. If it's going to be 4th down, it is. We'll say 4th and 1. Wow, they spotted it short. Bit of a conservative spot here. 4th and 1, or 4th and inches, 2:28 to go. Clock rolling. They're at the 41 officially. They got to get to the 40. In shotgun. Handoff up the middle. I think with 2nd and 3rd effort, this time Eckler gets it. 1st and 10 for Washington. Trailing by 14, just over 2 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Now we're under. Yeah, Lucas Van Ness was there initially, but the pile got pushed forward. Back to pass again, looking. Pass rush is there. Devontae Wyatt's there. And Gary brought him down for the sack. It'll be second down and long coming up. Probably not 20, but probably second and about 18, I'm going to guess. 1:34 to go. Interesting see who we got. Yeah. I woke up. I was actually sleeping. I had probably worked late the night before, and my sister was watching the news and was extremely upset. I was still at home at the time, out of college. All right, back to throw. Caught inside the 40. Did they count that as a catch to Ertz? Looks like they did. The clock is still rolling. 1 minute to go. So we got a third and less than 10. I'm going to say like 5. I don't really know here. I'll catch up in the chat. All right, 3rd and 7. They're inside the Packer 40 at about the 38. Maybe they gave him the 37. 15 on the play clock, so this won't be the last play of the third quarter. Oh, I mean, no, I guess it could be if it's not incomplete. All right, from the Green Bay 38, how is this 7? They got to get to the 30. It is the 37. Sorry, back to pass, throws, near sideline, short. McLaurin fell down. No flag on Valentine that I can see. So we will have one more play. 4th and 7 from the 37. I would imagine they're going to go for it, with their kicker having missed 2 field goals already tonight. One of them was 58 yards, though, and then another one was off the upright. So we'll see. All right. 4th and 7 from the Packer 37. They got to get to the... Actually, they got to get just inside the 30. So this is like a little more than 7. Shotgun, back to pass. Plenty of time. Catch made by Ertz and a flag on the play. Forward progress. No. Not enough for the first down. So what's the flag? Let's see the call. Probably not in the Packers' favor. Probably going to be a pass interference. Oh, a holding and an automatic first down. Dang it. They had him stopped. Hobbs guilty of the hold. 1st and 10. Yeah. He was tangled. Ooh. I don't know about that. I guess illegal contact. I was going to say that wasn't a hold. I'll give you illegal contact if it was beyond. All right, last play, if they snap it, from the 32. Last play of the third quarter, I mean. Shotgun, back to pass. Dancing in the pocket to the right side. He's in trouble and pushed out of bounds by Cooper. It might be a loss of a half a yard. Interesting if they call this a rushing play. Probably not a sack. All right, we've gotten to the end of the third quarter. 2nd and 10 coming up for Washington. Packers just not putting this a game away yet. I mean, glad they got a field goal, but really needed a touchdown to feel more comfortable about this game here. So we get set for the fourth quarter. Gonna see if I need water or not. Trying not to have too much. Yeah, we better get some. All right, let me catch up. Let's get the box score up there while I'm yapping. Actually, let's get a catch up from LA, or a time score and time update. Aces 41, Sparks 22, 449. So if it holds, the Aces will be the 2 seed. And then they draw the Storm in the first round. That would make the Fever versus the Dream. But, yeah, it's going to be tough, again, for the 6, 7, 8. I think Liberty can win as the 5 seed over the Mercury. We'll see there, too. All right, on the poll, 37 votes, 73% for Green Bay. Yep. Agree, Fighting Whales. Yeah, I had more hair back then at least. I had a bald spot for sure. Yeah. No, I know. The other news story, I get it. I'd like to. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't condone what happened to him, obviously. I would hope people aren't dunking on him. I know they are. I know how terrible the internet is. So, whether you're right wing, left wing, down the middle, shouldn't be shot. We should be protecting people better than this. No thoughts of my own on how to fix the situation either, though. Nah, yeah, this game is not over, gal. I'm not counting this in the W column yet. No, you know they've let the Commanders hang around. They've had a chance to put it away and it failed. I gotta get some more water real quick. Looks like we're back too. And this injury to Reed has me a little nervous too. That did not look good. All right, back to pass. Daniels chased, gets upended at the 31, and we're going to have a third down. Hopefully Jaden's all right. Man, somebody flipped him. I think it was Javon Bullard, number 20, the safety. Parsons on the pressure, it looks like. So we got a third and long. They might give him a gain of 1. Yeah, that was Bullard who clipped him on his feet. Or, actually got him on the knees. Clean hit. He wasn't sliding. 3rd and 9. And the clock is stopped at 14:26. I don't know why. Timeout. Ooh, Washington used a timeout. Not what you want to do there. Yikes. They have 2 remaining. All right, need a big stop. 14:26 to go in the game. Trailing by 14, and the Washington has a 3rd and 9 coming up as we get a look at Jeff Hafley before he makes this huge call. Got to think they might be going for it. Might be 2-down territory if they don't pick it up. Oh, they're selling white cheese heads too. I just realized that in the crowd. Again, it's their road jersey at home. They have new, they did this last year too. White helmets and white pants instead of the usual yellow helmets and yellow pants, or gold, whatever their gold is called. All right, shotgun, empty backfield, throws, caught, taken for the first down near the 20 by McLaurin. So huge 3rd down pickup by the Washington Commanders offense. Yeah, exactly. White cheddar or Swiss. I guess it'd be Swiss. The other ones are cheddar, I guess. All right, 1st and 10, just outside the 20. They got to get to the 10 for a first down. Fakes the handoff. Daniels with all kinds of time finds Ertz. He's inside the 10, the 5, towards the end zone. Is it a touchdown? It is. Oh, boy. Here we go. You let a team hang around and you don't put them away, and that's what happens. 17-9 probably will kick the extra point. 11 plays, 50 yards in just under 5 minutes, 4:46. Ertz, where was Ertz? He was lined up on the right side. No. Yeah, he was. He blocked, and then nobody picked him up. Quay missed the tackle. McKinney couldn't shove him out of bounds before he got to the pylon. So we line up for the extra point. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. The kick is right down the middle. And the missed field goals by each team, 2 by Washington and 1 by the Packers, coming into play here. And the Packers failing on 4th and 3. Good catch and run by Zach Ertz, though. Got to hand it to him there. All right. Well, we have a game. Wasn't expecting a blowout, and we won't get one either. Yeah, I was thinking white cheddar. Yeah, nice comeback here, gal. Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, I got a. I think there was a. Oh, I saw it on, I think, Twitter. There was like a brewer that had a white one on. I didn't. And then I saw a fan. Yeah, white cheddar. Love me some Swiss cheese. Yeah, gal, if you're still here, this is a game. Don't give up. Plenty of time. Game hanging in the balance in the fourth quarter here. Meanwhile, in LA, Aces 46, Sparks 27, 2:38 to go. Again, yeah, I know. I knew they needed to put them away. I knew this was definitely a possibility. They couldn't keep this offense in check forever. A little surprised. I mean, I will say the Packers' run defense, showing up again. And there's no doubt about that. 44 yards in the fourth quarter. But on the other hand, they haven't really run the ball much either. You can't complain about 119 yards in the air either, but you only got a 7-point lead because and the Commanders missed a couple field goals, so yeah, it didn't help that McManus doinked one as well. Each team had a doink. All right, again, no live stream. The next 2 days we'll have Tecmo Super Bowl coming out, both of those days. Sunday, likely just WNBA playoffs. Monday, NFL. It is an off day for the playoffs. For sure, Tuesday, Wednesday, doubleheaders for the playoffs. I hate that it's 2 hours apart. Wish they would have made it 2.5. Then Thursday to be determined because it could be football or the game threes in those series. All right, the Packers down it in the end zone. Savion Williams caught it. Packers get it at their own. There should be 35 as we're showing the fans trying to honor the whiteout, the winter warning, as they say. All right, 1st and 10, 13:45 to go. Packers ball in their own territory. Only up 7. Need some points this drive. Wouldn't say no even to a field goal. Yeah, they had another fast start on offense. You're right. Well, they did stall. The first drive ended in turnover on downs. Love throws right side, caught by Wicks for a first down. Nice catch, nice route by Dontavian Wicks. Number 13. 13:35 to go. Another first down for the Packers. Wait a minute. Did they get it at the touchback? Touchback should be the 35, right? So are they at the 45 or what's going on here? All right. Yep. They're like between the 45 and the 46. They got to get past the 45 of the Commanders. Back to pass, immediate pressure. And hopefully that's an incomplete pass and not a. And a flag came in late. 13:03 to go. What's the call? Let's listen in. Wow, defensive holding on Lattimore. Oh, huge play after they had actually gotten a stop. So 1st and 10 for the Packers. I mean, it was going to be incomplete and 2nd and 10. Looks like he was holding Savion Williams. Oh, yeah, he grabbed him by the bicep and then the lower arm. I don't know. I feel like they've let that go in the past. I don't. All right, 13:03. Clock stop. Packers at midfield. Got to get just inside the 40. Back to pass. Pressure on. Throws over the middle. Diving catch with one arm is no. Comes up empty for Romeo Dobbs at 12:58. Packers have a 2nd and 10. Pressure getting to Love by the Commanders. Yeah, this is typical for the Packers, though. At least week 1, they were out ahead of the Lions and didn't. Luckily, the pick 6 got called back by a penalty. Otherwise, that game would have been much closer. All right, in shotgun. Receiver in motion is Wicks to the near side. They hand it off to Jacobs to the far side. Cuts by the numbers. Takes it down to the 45 to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for Green Bay. 12:45. Clock rolling. 4th quarter. Yeah, Packers should be thinking about grinding clock a little here. They got to get this 1st down. Don't know if they'll go for it on 4th if they don't. All right. I think it's 3rd and 5. Nope, they call it 3rd and 6 from the 45. They got to get just inside the 40. Shotgun, back to pass. Love looks, rolls to the right, back to his own 40, throws, and Tucker Kraft caught it, but we've got a flag on the play. Wonder what that call is. 12:06. Kraft had enough for the 1st down, but pending this flag. Illegal contact, number 3 on the Washington defense, Harris. That's declined, and Kraft gets the Packers a 1st down as they go from right to left on my screen. Yeah, Harris had him. Wow. Kraft fell down and was able to get up and come back to the ball, and Love delivered a strike. 11:53 to go. Handoff. Jacobs plunges forward for maybe 2. We'll see what they call. 2nd down coming up. I forgot to give him the 1st down. Say 2nd and 8. Jacobs will head off the field for the 2nd and 8. We got Kraft. Most receiving yards by a Packers tight end, 116, since Rodgers in 2015 had 146. Was that Richard Rodgers, right? All right. It's a direct snap. And Savion Williams takes it to the outside, but falls down at the 20. He would have had a lot more, but the important thing is it's a 1st down. They had Love lined up like to the near side. It was weird. Like he was a wide receiver or a back way out of the play. That was a great scramble by Savion. It's too bad he slipped. It would have been a bigger gain. So Love was in shotgun, and then he waved to Savion to take the direct snap. And was that a legal formation with Love so far off the scrimmage? I don't know about that one. It was right in front of the side judge, though. So under 10.5, clock continues to roll from the 21. They give it to Golden, who runs it to the far side. He's taken down short of the 10, bringing up a 2nd and 1. Maybe they'll call it 2. Clock rolling. Yeah, I'm a couple seconds off. 10:05. Yeah, I'm at 2 seconds too slow. Oh, if they could punch this in for a touchdown, this would be huge. All right. They did call it 2nd and 2, so they mark them at the 11. They got to get to the 9 for a 1st down. Shotgun, handoff, Jacobs up the middle for the 1st down. He gets taken down at about the 8. He was between the far hash and far numbers. So First and goal. Boy, do they need a touchdown. Really can't just settle for a field goal here. Gotta put the pressure on Washington right now, right here and now. They've already taken over 4.5 minutes off the clock on an 8-play, 57-yard drive, so you gotta love that. All right, shotgun, fake the handoff, rolls to his right. Kraft wide open in the end zone for the touchdown, and a Lambeau leap to the lowest wall probably. Right near the side in that corner. What a play fake to Jacobs that Love sold, and then he rolled out and Kraft was wide open. Touchdown. Whew, I feel a whole lot better right now. Yeah, it was about 14 early, but yeah, I never figured once it was like 14-3 and, we kind of let them hang around. I didn't think this game was over by end. It's still not over. Kick is up and good for the extra point. Something to keep in mind, though, the Commanders did burn a timeout. They have 2 left, which hopefully is visible down here for you. And the Packers have... Oh, I think I forgot to give the Packers... I forgot to reset at the halftime. Packers should have all 3 of theirs. My bad. Sorry for the mistake. All right, we got a kickoff now coming up after the Tucker Kraft touchdown. All right. What is going on in this commercial? Interesting. Go Pack Go, says Sinbin Admin. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Love you. Excuse me. All right, let's get a check on the WNBA. 53-34 at the half. Aces up over the Sparks, so... looking like the Aces are going to take that second seed and get to host 2 out of 3 if necessary against the Storm. Yes, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Doing one or both helps with YouTube recommending us to other potential viewers and helps with growing the channel. And I thank you for your support. All right. Thank you. Yeah, we got 19 likes. Thank you so much. Got a sub. That's terrific. Welcome if you're new. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Chime in the chat. Love to hear your thoughts. Again, I don't have the only current jersey I have is a Love green. This is an old Jordy Nelson jersey for the whiteout tonight. Now, next Thursday, Miami and Buffalo. So if there are no game 3s that night, we will have that. But if there's at least one game 3 next Thursday, we'll have the WNBA playoff game instead. Like I said, the only thing that's going to interrupt the WNBA is Green Bay Packer games because I'm going to watch those. All right, kicked out of the end zone, so Washington has a 1st and 10 from their own 35. Yep, Daniels, sometimes the pressure's been pretty consistent. It's usually from the edge rushers. Though Wyatt did get a sack, though, so that was middle pressure. All right, this is the oldest average team, by the way, against the youngest. Like just over 28 against just under 26, so 25. The rest of the league's all 26 and 27 years old on average. Shotgun, back to pass. Time. He has to step up in the pocket, though. He scrambles and dives forward for about 2. Got to think they're going to start thinking hurry up, trailing by 14 with 8:43 to go in the fourth quarter. As they show Rashawn Gary. Now we see Jaden Daniels. Oh, they only gave him 1. 2nd and 9 from the 36-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side and a tight end. Delayed handoff to Eckler, who takes it forward for a gain of 4 or 5. That'll bring up 3rd and 4. It's got to be 2 down territory, especially with only 2 timeouts remaining, I would think, for Washington. 8 minutes remaining. 3rd and 4, far hash mark. 3 receivers bunched to the near side, 1 to the top, and a back with him. Back to pass. Throws, knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Wyatt. He's having a great night. 4th and 4. Decision time for the Commanders. Got to figure they're going for it. 7:45 to go. From their own 30. No, I'm sorry. Just outside the 40. They got to get to the 45. All right. Show Quay Walker. I see Cooper. Now I see Jaden Daniels. All right. Obviously Parsons to the top side. In motion, Debo. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking. Throws. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. They were going for Lane. And Keyshawn Nixon knocked it away. And the Packers can put this game on ice with another score. Even a field goal here. Ooh. Nixon a little early. They let him play there. It looked like he had the right shoulder a little bit before he came around to knock it away with the left arm. But no call. So, yeah, incomplete to Ertz and incomplete to Lane. Yeah, Wyatt knocked that ball down at the line of scrimmage to Ertz on the previous play. 7:42 to go in the game. Feeling a lot better about it. Still at half. So, yeah, likely going to be... let's see if the W updated their own standings yet. I'm guessing probably not. They are slow to update. No, looks like they did. So the Aces should slide back into second if they hold on in LA. We'll get Lynx, Valkyries, Aces, Storm, Dream, Fever, and Mercury, Liberty in the first round. I'm assuming they do 1-8, 2-7, 3-6, and 4-5. Didn't actually look into it. They definitely have 4 games on Sunday. And then 2 each for game 2, Tuesday night and Wednesday night. So hope to see you there. See you here for those. I'll be doing those off of ESPN Unlimited. There will be 1 game Sunday on ABC for free. I think that's the 2 o'clock game. Yeah, let me... where's their... let's see. NBA playoffs. I just go... So they have a noon Central and 2 Central and 3 and 9 Central. I don't know. I hope to do all 4, but I can't guarantee it yet. I'll have to look into that tomorrow. I'll put a community post up for that schedule when we get there, probably tomorrow or for sure Saturday. And I'll set up the live streams as well early so you can see. All right, Packers ball just outside the Commanders 40. Love back to throw down the field, overshot Wicks near the 5. 2nd and 10 at 7:35 to go in the game. As we see Ed Policy, the new president, taking over for the retired Mark Murphy. Packers, you have to retire by age 70 as Packer president. All right, in motion, Golden. They give a handoff to Jacobs, who takes it inside the 40 for about a gain of 3, where the Packers will face a 3rd and 7 coming up. 7:18 to go. Yep. Oh, they call it 3rd and 8. Give them a gain of 2. Packers play the Browns in Cleveland week 3, and then I think they have a Sunday night game in Dallas against at Dallas to play the Cowboys. Then they have their bye week, then Bengals and Cardinals as they took it down. All right, shotgun on 3rd and 8. Back to pass, rushes on, and it's dropped. Tough catch would have been for Brooks in the flat, and they stopped the clock with 6:47. Yikes. 4th and 8, 6:47. What do you do? Guess Love's on the sideline. I gather they're going to send out. Yeah, McManus is out there. What's going on? We got 7 on the play clock. Are we going to take a timeout? Gonna have to, unless they reset the clock. Yep, I would say the Packers probably just took a timeout. They did. All right, each team has 2 left here in the 4th quarter. 6:47 to go. Yeah, highest winning percentage by division in league history, and they went 0-3 in the playoffs. All 3 NFC North teams lost their playoff game. Unbelievable. I mean, the Packers lost to the Eagles. That can be forgiven, but other 2 teams probably shouldn't have lost. 56-yarder they're sending McManus out for. From the right hash mark. Snap, hold, kick is in the air. It's high enough. Is it deep? It is. Just inside the left upright and good. McManus gives them a 3-possession lead. Huge field goal, to be honest. They missed that, and it's still a lot of time. McManus didn't hook this one as much and got it. And let's see how much time's left. 6:42. Timeout on the field and a kickoff next. All right. Oh, yeah, we were looking at the playoff schedule. So, yeah, Sunday there's 4. They're off Monday. Game 2's 6:30 and 8:30 Central on Tuesday and on Wednesday. So that, if necessary, Thursday, Friday, same time. If there's a game 3, there'll be one of these time slots. So we'll do that instead of Miami. Miami at Buffalo, I believe. Friday, yeah, hopefully there will be one. Likely going to take Saturday off again. We'll see. And then Sunday, there'll be more playoff basketball. But again, the only thing that's getting interrupted is the Packer game. So probably going to miss this first game that's on ABC. So we'll split it up. Semifinals, game 1. Then they're back Tuesday night. Have both of those. Wednesday, I guess, off. Thursday, Thursday Night Football, Friday. That will be necessary because it's best of 5. Yeah, they don't play on Monday or Saturday, I think, the entire playoffs, if I looked at it right. All right. Love, 292 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 19 for 31. And, yeah, he started out like 11 of 14, though. So that means he's only 8 of the last 17. Ugh. 72 yards rushing, 1 touchdown for Jacobs. All right, the kick is in the air and bounces in the back of the end zone for a touchback with still 6:42 to go, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Commanders. Oh, they're finally showing a highlight of Sharp getting his ring, and then, of course, the name being revealed on the facade. Gets a hug from Matt LaFleur. Oh, and he has his gold jacket. He gave it to his brother Shannon at the ceremony because Shannon gave him one of his first Super Bowl ring because Sharp didn't win one with the Packers. Career-ending neck injury before the Packers won that Super Bowl in 96. That was like 94. So all right, back to pass on the shotgun over to Ertz. He gets out past the 40. They'll mark him at the 43, bringing up a 2nd and 8. Clock rolling in the 4th quarter, under 6.5 now. Wait, why did I say? I meant 2nd and 2. The gain of 8. Shotgun back to pass. Another one taken by McLaurin down to the Packers 45, where they'll have a 1st and 10. All right, let's not give anything up too quick here. I know they're trailing by 3 possessions, but come on. 407 yards of offense for the Packers, 169. Back to pass for Washington. Caught. Nope, Debo dropped it at 5:54. Maybe a near pick by Nixon. He's slapping his own helmet. 2nd and 10 for Washington at the Packer 45-yard line. All right. 2nd and 10. Debo to the near side. Eckler and 2 receivers each side and Eckler. Shotgun throw at the feet of Eckler. Incomplete. Rush was on. 5:50 to go. And a 3rd and 10, and it's 2-down territory for Washington. Asia Wilson has a double-double, says Father Time. Yep, no surprise there. So they're going to win their 16th straight if they hang on. Jeepers creepers. So they'll have beaten everybody but the Fever in that winning streak, too. They beat every team in that streak except for the Fever. Shotgun back to pass. Looking. Throws. Debo catch. Inside the 40, inside the 35, and a 1st down for Washington. Well, that's no good. Clock becoming an issue, though. 5. No, we got an injury to, oh my gosh, Eckler. He can't get up. He tried to head to the sideline. He had to stop. Oh, no. Don't forget the Packers lost Jaden Reed early in this game. Let's see what happened to Eckler. He looks like he's trying to block Rashawn Gary. Well, he bumped him and then did a route. Non-contact injury as he went to make a cut to try and block Valentine. He's grabbing the back of his Achilles, unfortunate. I hope his right Achilles didn't pop. That's what he's grabbing for. Oh, no. And, oh, man, he's in pain. Wagner actually out in the field trying to get a closer look. You know, number 54 on the defense. All right, Eckler's up, but not able to put any weight on that right leg. Oh, boy. Hope he's all right. Hope it's nothing serious. Maybe just a cramp. Best case scenario. You know, pulled muscle or something. Not any ligament damage. Oh, no. Didn't look good when it was non-contact. Again, week 1 he had 6 carries for 26 yards. Tonight he has 17 on 8 carries. All right, 1st and 10, clock rolling, no charge timeout. Each team has 2 remaining. Daniels back to pass, looking, pressure on, throws it down the field, caught at the 15 and taken down at about the 12. It's McCaffrey. What on earth was that? Nobody was near him. 1st and 10 again, 5:10 to go in the game. All right. Shotgun, back to pass, looking again. Steps up in the pocket and taken down after about a gain of 2. Who got the tackle? I don't think it was Wooden. Ooh, Daniels got a little hitch in his giddy up. Hopefully he's all right. 4:44 in the 4th. 2nd and long. We'll call it 8. Enigbare actually on the tackle. Uh-oh, his left, ankle may have gotten twisted a little. Hopefully that's nothing serious for Daniels. All right, they call it 2nd and 9. From the 13, throws over the between the numbers and the far numbers and hash mark. McLaurin on the catch. They're trying to get a replay. I couldn't tell if it was his left ankle or right ankle they were looking at. All right, we got a 3rd and short coming up. 3rd and 2, an 8-play, 59-yard drive in progress. Under 4 to go. From the Packer 7-yard line, they got to get to the 6. They got to get to the 4. Back to pass, throws incomplete in the end zone to Ertz. And we got a late flag, presumably on the Green Bay defense with 3:43 to go. Come on, man. This is too quick, too easy. I mean, they're not letting them. They got to just dink and dunk, but McKinney on the hold. That'll bring up a 1st and goal. Holding Zach Ertz in the end zone. Yeah, he wrapped him up. That was definitely a hold. And didn't need to. Jaden sailed the pass. So 1st and goal. We'll see the spot of the ball. Probably at the 3. 12 on the play clock. Packers some late substitutions. They better get off the field. The ref is holding it. There's only 4 seconds on the play clock. Don't they have to reset the play clock? That's not a delay a game. Oh, they had to use a timeout. How is that even legal? I don't understand that. Uh-oh. Eckler's getting carted to the locker room. Yeah, it seemed like they... That seemed like a little bit of excessive, the umpire holding up the snap, and they end up having to burn a timeout. Man, that was... I don't understand that at all. Jackie Young has a double-double now. Yeah, Ace is on a tear. They should rest their starters. Good gravy. They don't need to get anybody injured before Sunday's playoffs start. All right, it is the 3-yard line, 1st and goal, but now they're down to 1 timeout. And a false start by the right guard, number 67. That'll back him up 5. Still 1st and goal. Allegretti, I think he had a penalty earlier. The right guard, number 67. He flinched right in front of Brooks, number 94. 1st and goal. Yeah, I don't understand them holding it for the Packers sub so long that Washington had to burn a timeout to avoid the play clock expiring. They got to do something about that. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, steps up in the pocket, swarmed under near the 10, and that'll be a sack and bring up 2nd and goal. And Daniels hands the ball. Not in a hurry. We'll see what they call. 2nd and goal. 3:20 to go. And get the play call in. I forgot the Washington offensive coordinator's name. Former Cardinal coach and college coach. From the 10, 2nd and goal. Shotgun, 3 to his empty backfield. Immediate pressure. Debo gets it at the 5, takes it into the end zone. What was that defense? Debo catches it at the 5 and turns and runs into the end zone. They did make him grind clock. 3:49, 10 plays, 65 yards. And they're going to go for 2 to cut it to 9, I guess. They're down 11 at the moment. Not sure exactly what this does for you. Packers get a field goal, and they can push the lead back out to 14. All right, 2-pointer coming up for Washington. All right, in shotgun. Back to pass. Looking, steps up, flag on the field, throws to the end zone, and it's caught, but we do have a flag, and I would guess it's holding. McCaffrey on the catch. We'll see what they call. Oh, it was offsides on the Packers. So that'll be declined. Awesome job. All right, 27-18 it is. They get the 2-pointer. Debo, I guess Evan Williams should have been on the coverage. Williams couldn't bring him down. He missed the tackle, and then he just got into the end zone before Cooper and another player could close. LVN knocked down Daniels on the touchdown. Sorrell, the rookie, out there too. From the edge. All right, well, I assume it's going to be an onside kick with only 1 timeout remaining. 3 for 50 last year, so 5.4%. 0 for 4 in week 1. Yeah, I didn't understand going for 1 there either because, like, if they don't get it, the Packers kick a field goal and they're back down 2 touchdowns again. But here it's 9, 8 gets you to within 1, but it doesn't. I guess you wanted to get one of them. If you get the next touchdown, you'd be down 2, and then you kick it. You get it 7 and you're only down 2, then you can kick a field goal to win it, I guess. I don't really understand it either. All right, we're set for the onside from the 40. 5 aside, outside the hash marks. Set for the kick. All right, here's the approach. It goes ahead and downed by Dontavian Wicks with 2:52 to go. Packers take over with good field position. 1st and 10. Only a second expired there, I guess. That seems odd. Yeah, he kicked a ground ball. It popped up into the air after about 7 yards. Kraft got out of the way and allowed Wicks to field it cleanly and go down immediately. So special teams did their job. All right, 1st and 10. They've got 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning, they being Washington. Packers at their own 58. Love under center. Handoff to Jacobs up the middle, gets to the 50 and turned away. 2nd and 8, and got to imagine, I think Washington used their last timeout with 2:48 to go. Packers still have 2 remaining. Washington again, because the Packers had late subs, one of the refs, the line, whoever that is, ref just held the snap, and by the time he released him, there was like 4 seconds on the play clock. So Washington had to burn a timeout. That just doesn't seem right. I think they just gave Green Bay too much time, they being the refs, to sub there. All right, well, they're out of timeouts. We'll get one more stop of the clock at the 2-minute warning. They fake the handoff. Love rolls out, immediately pressured, and just takes the sack. And they have to take the third down snap before the 2-minute warning. What are we doing? This is 3rd and long. Oh my gosh, what are we doing, LaFleur? That looked like oh man, that was a big loss. 13 yards, 3rd and 21. Can't take it down to the 2-minute warning because they'll get a delay of game. There's like 1 or 2 seconds difference. Curious call there. Now we got 3rd and 21 coming up. 3 receivers to the outside. They hand it to Jacobs, who takes it to the near numbers or near sideline. He plows past the 45. And that stops the clock at the 2-minute warning. And Whelan and the punting unit's going to head to the field. So I suppose they could get another score, a quick score, and then maybe get the onside this time. But, oh my gosh. 4th and long, we'll see what they spot it as. I would give them about a gain of 8, so we'll look. Yeah, I hear you, Father Time. I didn't understand going for 2. 74-53 Aces over the Sparks. 1:11 to go in the third. Oh, they're showing highlights of Chris Gizzy coming out. I think that was the first Monday night game after they got back to the NFL schedule, 24 years ago, or 24 years, and short by about a week or 2. Jacobs, so a gain at 10. So it looks like it'll be 4th and 11, they're saying, at the 2-minute warning. Man. Felt like the Packers had so many chances to put this one away and have failed to do so. All right, Daniel Weldon, not Brandon McManus. Back to receive the snap. 6 on the play clock. Packers go into max protect. 1, the snap comes, the kick is up high and deep and bounces at like the 1 and goes into the end zone. So 1st and 10 from the 20, luckily, after the punter kicked it away, and they only break there. But Washington ball, no out of timeouts. They need a touchdown and a field goal, so they'll need an onside kick in between 2 scores and still have time left. So you get into the mode where if you get close enough, you maybe just settle for the field goal attempt, although maybe that's off the table with the 2 missed field goals tonight by Washington. So maybe they're thinking touchdown all the way and put the field goal off, provided you get the onside. All right, back to pass. Looking. Throws to the flat. Debo behind the line of scrimmage. Catches. Dances forward. And takes it out to the 25 or the 26-yard line. Clock will continue to roll. We'll say 2nd and 4. 1:30 to go in the game. It's about 4.5. Shotgun, back to pass. Throws, near side. Caught Zach Ertz for the first down. But, yeah, make them go less than 10 yards here and eat that clock. 1:11 to go. Aces wild here. And Aces win in L.A. And they finally clock it. Packers tried to dive at the ball. It's Devontae Wyatt with 1:08 to go. 2nd down. Try and intercept the clock. The clock stop. These kind of took their time. Oh, Cliff Kingsbury. That's the name I couldn't think of. Finally got it. They never put him up on a graphic. They never put his name. Somebody with the Super Bowl shirt for Washington under their redacted name. 3 receivers to the top side. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Devontae Wyatt. He's had himself a game. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. 2 down territory. 1:04 to go in the game. Excuse me, pardon the cough. Getting dry here. Lane was the intended target. 3rd and 10, 1:04 in the game. Back to pass. Daniels looking, throws, and I think Ertz dropped it. Yeah, or it was just not. At any rate, it's 4th and 10. Clock is stopped. 57 seconds to go. Excuse me. As we get a shot of Wooden, number 96 on the Packers defensive line. Again, Wyatt's had a great game, number 95. All right, 3 receivers to the far side. Back to pass. Daniels looking on 4th and 10. Parsons got there late. It's thrown short and incomplete to Debo. And the Packers can kneel down in victory formation. There is your dagger. Conservative on the dagger tonight. Wasn't going to call this game over before it was over. Called the Ravens game as over, and it wasn't. Parsons got there late and labeled Daniels, but didn't take him to the ground or didn't push him to the ground. Yeah, bad 2-minute drill. Exactly. They needed to take deep shots. He only really took it there on 4th down. First time allowing under 250 yards in first 2 games since 1995. So, record-setting defense for the Packers in week 1 and 2 combined. 2nd and long coming up. I don't know if that's a loss of... They'll give him a loss of 1 here. They'll have to take 1 more knee. 35 seconds to go. Love has it. That should be the last snap. First team to start season with 2 wins in 5 days versus teams that made the playoffs the previous season. Oh, there, we'll take it. All right, that'll be the final score by 9. The Packers get the win at home. As the clock is at 7. There's your final, 27-18. All right, we'll take a quick look at the post-game box score. We'll get you another update. It's 80-60 in LA. Ace is up 20 on the Sparks at 8:35. Yeah, have a good night, Father Time. Thank you. Thanks, Fish. Thanks, Fighting Whales. Thanks, Galchino. I think you already left. Thanks, Puppets World. Everybody who chimed in tonight. Appreciate you all. Thank you, Mac. Yeah, good night to you as well. Have a good night, Father Time. You're welcome. Yeah, we will see you Sunday. Going to take a couple days off, rest my voice, and regroup, and that'll do it. Well, we'll take a quick look at the box score before we get out of here. Love with 292 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Daniels gets to 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. 51 on the ground for Washington as a team. I mean, the Packers only allowed, I think, 46 in week. So they got the number 1 rushing defense, I would think. Jacobs ended up with 84, a long at 10, and a touchdown. They mixed it up a little. Williams and Golden each got a couple carries. Love ran some too. Big night, Tucker Kraft, 6 for 124, most receiving yards by a tight end since at least 2015. He had a touchdown, a 57-yarder. Dobbs with a touchdown. Again, Reed got hurt early. Looked like a right arm, or shoulder injury. Zach Ertz led the way for Washington, 6 receptions for 64 yards. He had a touchdown. Debo had the other, 7 catches for 44. McLaurin, 5 for 48. Hello, album coming soon. All right, let's get up what we've got coming. Taking the next 2 days off. We'll have a video each day if you're into that. Sunday, probably 3 or 4 WNBA games. Depends on my availability. I will look into it soon and try to post that. Then we'll also have the matchups too. And which games are at what time as well. So, all right, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Sinbin Stream saying so long. Take care. Thank you all, and bye-bye.